Alright, guys. Episode number 36 of the story thus far. So before we get started, we got a couple of quick announcements. Courtney?
If you want to follow us on Instagram, it's at @_story thus far.
And story thus far at yahoo.com.
And we have a Twitter now. It is at story_thus_far.
There we go. Beautiful. So that is really all that we have in announcements as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get right into it, shall we?
We shall.
Excellent. Most excellent. Alright, so we pick up from last episode. The story thus far is this. You guys prevented the hanging of Barag father, Boris Ironhammer, Blaze Ravengard, and Kohl. You guys chased down Torlin Silvershield. During the trial of Barag, you had given up some evidence that implicated Torlin Silvershield, and he decided to take a quick retreat, but with some quick thinking on Kohl's part and some sharp shooting, Torlin Silvershield was stopped and arrested. So then, for some reason on my note card I have "get your shit under control." I don't know why.
So helpful.
I know why. Because actually, Blaze Ravengard pulled you aside and he told you, "Look, I know you've been running with these guys, but get your shit under control.
Right.
Finish the guild. Stop these guys." That's why I had it written down. I knew there was a reason. And Boris also had a kind of a heart-to-heart with you, Kohl. Thanking you, but also telling you you didn't have to put your life on the line unnecessarily, but he's appreciative anyway, and he does owe you. Then, Barag, you went over to a small general shop run by a Goliath, and got yourself some clothing and a little bit of entertainment. His name was, I believe, Bong.
Yes.
And let's see. Kohl also told Greer about the corpses at the bottom of the Clamhammer. After some negotiation as to whether he would remove the corpses, while this was happening, Terra decided to sit under a beer tap and get hammered. A little bit later that night, the corpses did not move from the Clamhammer. They're still there. And later on that night, there have been epic fights. There have been David versus Goliath, Superman versus Muhammad Ali, but all pale in comparison to Nox versus Daedalus. It was a bloody fight. It was a bloody battle, and Nox literally took on 3/4 of Valor's Ransom, and can arguably say that she claimed the victory. But you were a little worse for wear, but you did survive. There's a little damage, not your fault though. And Kohl, as a result, you decided to go around with a list for a bill for Terra, a list of repairs, including one thrashed room, fecal matter smeared on the ceiling somehow. A lot to repair from one night of revelry. But you also got a delivery from Twinge Tinkertop, your gun, which he fixed, along with I believe a grappling hook attachment. Meanwhile, while you guys were looking for a suit of armor for Barag, who has been armorless this whole time, you guys decided to go into the porthole that Kohl has in his office in the Clamhammer. You opened it up and you went exploring a little bit into your treasure trove. Kohl did find, or rather, Daedalus did find a sentient crimson sword handle, a hilt. He warned Terra Highhill, do not touch it. And of course, because you said do not touch it, she touched it. And you found out quickly that this was a sentient sword, and it had claimed you as its latest victim. You were being riddled and killed with necrotic energy. Unable to relinquish it from your grip, Kohl jumped in with sword at the ready, and decided that you were going to have to lose a hand if you were going to survive this. He brought his sword down, which was blocked quickly by Barag, who then made the ultimate sacrifice. He gave up a wish to reverse everything that had happened in that porthole. And so you were spared. The only one who remembers this actually happening is Barag, the Wishmaker. But she did heed your warning. I think you rolled like a 20 on your perception roll, you know? So you know he's serious about what he was talking about. But it is the next day. Terra, Barag, Kohl, Daedalus. I believe you guys had plans the next day to go to the jail. What would you guys like to do?
I wake up and I consult my list, the bill
Yeah.
I had made.
Yeah.
I don't recall if I had a total for that.
You don't. You
I
did
gave
not
it
have a
to
total. Now
Greer, I believe.
you were going to give it to Greer. You haven't finished totaling it up yet. Now you have to. I don't know if you've decided whether the hole in the ceiling on the second floor from when you fired your gun into the air is that going to be added to the total or not.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Now that you mention it.
And are you going to also add in a complete new floor in Terra's room? As I don't know if you remember or you recall, but there are significant deep gouges, claw gouges in the actual floor of the room.
I think I'll replace the floor.
Okay.
That'll add character. You know,
Okay.
and Clamhammer has seen worse.
Sure.
But definitely the hole in the ceiling, and then everything else.
Okay.
So
windows replaced, new linen bedding,
Right, and then
cleaning.
yes, deep cleaning,
Deep
and,
cleaning.
and then last thing, Kohl knew. Terra gave him like 2 platinum, and he gave it back to her, and he said, "Just give me what you owe me for the bill."
Right.
And that was like the last thing that happened, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And
Now.
then I made a deal with Barag that he would pay for it in order for him to get armor.
Yeah.
Kohl doesn't know that.
Kohl doesn't know that though.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
So you're gonna give this to Greer.
Yeah, I
Looks
think
like
I already
this.
did. I think I gave
Okay.
him the list,
All right.
and I said,
I just need to make sure what it is that you wanted fixed and not fixed.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Now I know. So he said that he would do that on the next business day.
That's right. Yeah.
So he'll probably go out for estimates, after he's rested.
Okay, so I will hold that then. I'll just wait until, he comes back or he's ready to deal with that.
Right now he's sleeping.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just make my way down, cook up some food.
Yeah. It's a cool morning. It's quiet on the streets outside. You look out. There's a little bit of that morning mist that is rolling off the ocean into the city. It's you hardly ever have quiet moments like this at Baldur's Gate, but this early in the morning, it's almost nice. It's almost relaxing. Hardly anybody out. So
I just make enough food for everybody and just wait.
okay. And as you're walking around the bar area, it's been immaculately cleaned. Impressive because a mere 2-3 hours ago it was busy. But your staff does their job pretty well, Bale and Greer. So yeah, what do the rest of you guys do?
I'm gonna grab lunch or breakfast to
Lunch?
go. Terra's not all there today.
Our
No.
circadian rhythm is off.
Yeah. Well,
Alcohol
got
will do
hammered,
that.
so apparently I think it's the afternoon.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna grab my breakfast and I'm actually gonna walk out and go to the docks.
Okay. So as you kind of wake up, Nox is there. She's kind of playing in the blankets, like going underneath the blankets. You just kind of see her sliding underneath. You see her tail wagging underneath the blankets, moving it every now and then.
That is the cutest image in my head right now.
And you just hear her like making like noises, and every once in a while she'll like attack your feet. Her predatory instincts are starting to kick in. So, note to self: you may actually want to start training this animal soon.
Yeah.
Because you've done 0 training with her.
Yeah.
And as you wake up, you hear Rocky at the foot of your bed.
So I look at them both and, all right, well, let's get on with our day, yes? Rocky. Nox, stop playing with my feet. And I kind of like shuffle her.
She does not really pay you much mind. You just hear her, just kind of in hunt mode.
So I go actually to, when I get my breakfast, I'm going to come back up and I'm going to start shredding like the meat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to kind of like lure her away from the bed and call to her by her name.
Okay. So at some point, you're going to have to figure out what commands that you are going to start to teach her.
Yeah. I kind of already know what I want to do, like what it is I want to teach her.
So at some point, you're going to have to teach her to be quiet. So like right now, she would probably give you disadvantage at stealth.
Right.
If you're carrying her.
Right.
Because she's making so much noise, she doesn't know.
Right.
You would have to teach her kind of like a quiet mode almost. You would have to teach her, obviously, the basics. Come, stay. You can teach her to guard or assist.
Right.
There are a lot of things that you can teach her, but you need to spend time with her doing that. So.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and teach her right now to, like, come here when I call her name.
Okay.
So I'm going to use, like, little scraps of, like, meat to kind of get her to understand, like, you'll get a reward if you do what I say.
Okay. So you're going to go down to the kitchen for some breakfast with me? Okay, yeah. So as you head out the room, the door is still in the hallway. The door that Kohl had kicked in to get inside the room, it's still on the floor in the hallway. Scratches are everywhere, and you walk out into the hallway, you see light coming from a hole in the ceiling where Kohl had kind of shot his pistol in the air. A little bit of the morning mist coming down, a little bit of the morning dew. And you walk downstairs. The only one up right now is Kohl.
So, I kind of I don't say anything. I just, like, very, like, casually, like, just nod, like, good morning. Like, nothing bad happened at all.
Made some food.
So, thanks. Got any more, like, mincemeat, jerky, anything like that?
Let me take a look. And I go back into the kitchen and look for anything that, like what she described.
A lot of bacon. And yeah, actually jerky is a pretty popular thing.
So I take some of each kind of meat and bring it back to her. Yep, there you go.
Thank you. I gotta start, dealing with the little one, and haven't done so far. So it's so we can prevent what happened, because you want to see change, correct?
Right. Yeah.
That's exactly why I'm doing it. So I'm just gonna take this, and I'm gonna take my breakfast upstairs, and then I'm actually gonna go to the docks later.
You joining us at the prison?
I will meet you there. How about that?
All right, but if you're not there when we get there, we may need to just head in.
That's true. Well, you guys have fun. Just make sure, keep tabs on the dwarf. We don't need another stabby incident.
Yeah, I think keeping tabs on the dwarf is going to be part of our new equation here.
Yeah.
Keeping tabs on ourselves, really.
Oh,
We're on thin
I'm
ice,
good.
so-
I'm good. You don't have to keep tabs on me.
If you say so.
And then I kind of give like a grin, and I just like give a thumbs up, and walk away.
So I just turn back to my food, continue eating.
Yeah.
Shaking my
Kind of a
head
surreal
little.
conversation.
Yeah.
All right, Kohl, or Daedalus and Barag.
So I guess I'm gonna roll out and head downstairs.
So you're
Alright.
rolling downstairs?
Well, I mean, I could roll down the stairs and just take you out if you want me to.
Oh, please don't.
Yeah. So I will roll out of bed and walk my happy dwarf butt down the stairs.
Okay. So as you open the door to your room, you go out to into the hallway. You see the door still knocked down. Let me take a look here.
Oh no.
Oh, well. All right. So as you pass Terra's room, Nox does not notice that you're there, and she's happily pouncing on a shredded pillow. As you see her tail kind of up in the air, you just hear, just ripping into this pillow.
Do I see Terra coming up the stairs? Or
Not yet, no.
Not yet? Okay. So I'm just gonna peek around the corner of the door real quick, make sure that the coast is clear, and quickly and as quietly as possible go down the stairs.
All right. As you walk down the stairs, you just hear her still going at this pillow. Daedalus, what are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna come out of my room, and I really do not want to go in front of her door,
Okay.
so I'm gonna misty step past the door.
All right.
That's a smart man.
I'm willing to waste a spell slot for this, so
You don't want another backwards
no,
beard?
thank you. Misty
not
step
both?
past door. I'm
You'll-
gonna be down at the bottom of the stairs.
That's good because she rolled a pretty high perception because you used Misty Step, I gave her disadvantage and she didn't notice you. So you did Misty Step past the door and poof, bam, at the bottom of the stairs.
I'm like, morning all. Sorry for the unique way of getting down, but I didn't want to have a repeat of last night.
Yeah.
Then I look at the food. It's like, ooh, food.
Yeah.
So is he standing next to me at this point?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You
freak
guys
out.
got down at the bottom of the steps about the same time. He just kind of appeared right next to you.
I'm gonna freak out and punch him in the face.
All right, go for it. Roll.
God dang it, Barag.
What'd you roll?
Modified 26.
I think that hits. Roll damage.
What for a punch? What is that? D6.
It's just going to be 1 plus your strength modifier.
Okay, 1 plus my strength.
Oh, yeah. You don't need to roll anything. So what's your...
My strength mod's 5. So
5?
it'd be
So it's 6 points of damage.
Yep.
So you bam right next to Barag and you say, morning all. And all of a sudden this dwarven fist clocks you right in the chin. What do you do?
I'm like, oh,
And Barag is like, oh!
what was that for?
Man, Will, you just say good morning, everybody. I didn't even know you were there.
Sorry, blame the raptor. I did not want to risk getting mauled again.
Well, punch versus maul. What would you like more? So.
Oh, the punch actually does less damage than the tiny raptor, so.
Well, then you probably like that punch. That jaw might be feeling a little sore later, though.
So as you guys are kind of going back and forth, and Daedalus is kind of rubbing his chin where he just got punched, you hear coming down the stairs, Rocky, step by step, dropping. And then you hear the claws on the floor.
Oh, no.
Can I, like, run to the other side of the room?
And at the top of the stairs you hear.
It's like, so I just walk quickly to the... Actually, I'm going to walk behind the bar.
Okay. So as you proceed into the kind of main area of the clam hammer, you hear those claws hitting the wood very fast, following you.
Do I hear this? Like,
You see, yeah, you just saw what was going on. Yeah.
Oh.
You saw Barag punch Daedalus,
Oh.
and then from the corner of your eye, you see Nox very quickly, kind of in predatory mode. She sees, Daedalus at the bottom of the steps, and proceeds.
So as she proceeds, I'm actually gonna I'm gonna get myself right in between Daedalus and Nox,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hold a piece of the jerky in front of me and say, Nox, stop.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and roll animal handling? She's already rolled an attack on Daedalus. So, it's a modified 20. If you can make an animal handling check that is higher than her attack roll, I will say she stops her attack in mid-attack. But if you can't beat
Then
her
I get
attack with
attack.
an animal handling check,
Yeah.
she's going to get Daedalus.
Oh. Sorry, Daedalus. In advance. Inspiration for that one, my good sir.
So,
Alright.
Cole's eating at the bar.
Sure.
I hadn't really made that clear, but he's eating at the bar. So, when I see Daedalus walk behind the bar, say, working for me now?
No, I'm just trying to escape her pet.
What'd you do? What'd you roll?
19 plus 9.
All right, 28. So you get between Daedalus and Nox, and you say, "Nox, stop!" And you have the jerky, and she stops. She kind of skids to a stop right in front of you, and she's just staring at the bit of jerky in your hand, and you just see her two hind legs, like, very excitedly, moving up and down, up and down, up and down, as she just has her eyes on that little bit of meat in your hand.
And so I toss it to her, and that's enough with our elven friend, yes?
And she's completely focused on what you're saying. All right, so, Kohl, Daedalus.
You, taking that thing to the docks with you?
Yes. She always follows me. Unless you want her to follow you and you just bring out some jerky.
No, I'm just thinking that the city guard isn't going to treat her as well as I have.
And so I pat to my chest where my coat is. That's why she stays in here.
And so I just kind of turn back around
Sure,
and keep eating
sure.
my food.
Sure.
And I kind of say that like, duh, you're supposed to know it like that.
All right.
Like, obviously.
So you guys finish your meal. Relative quiet. Rocky is there. The winged monkey has crouched onto Barag's shoulder. And every once in a while you'll feed it a bit of bread or a little bit of egg, which it kind of takes in its tiny little simian hands and kind of stuffs into its mouth. When it gets excited, the wings kind of flap. Still wearing those dirty little overalls, those little coveralls that it has. But yeah, it's on your shoulder. Every once in a while it'll kind of pull your ear and you're like, ah, when it wants to eat, when it's trying to get your attention.
Ah, at ease, Griffin, at ease. I'll get you something to eat. Relax, relax.
All right. So what do you guys do?
I finish up my food and start to head straight out the door. Well, I'm going to the jail. I know some of you said you'd join me, but got a duke to talk to, so...
Well, if you must know, I'm just going to the docks and I pull out the little bottle, the messenger bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to write a question. Hopefully we might get an answer.
Might take a while that way, but sure.
Well, I mean, it's worth a shot. Some answers should be answered now rather than later.
Is that some sailor ritual? It
No,
seems like there's more efficient ways of getting that done.
Well, we will just put it this way. It is an enchanted bottle. And you can write a question. Yes, with a yes or no. And in 1 day's time, the bottle will come back to exactly where you drop it.
All right then.
So, I will be doing that, and hopefully we can get this guild mess.
Well, if you want to join us at the jail, I'm sure we can stop off at the docks while you do that. Won't
Oh,
take
you
too
know
long.
I love interrogations. Of course I would love to come to the jail.
The docks are the port isn't very far from the Clamhammer. The Clamhammer is one of the first bars closest to the docks, so
All right.
which is why it's usually so busy when there's plenty of ships.
Yeah, let's stop there, then head straight to the jail.
Alright. Are you two buffoons coming with us, or are you just gonna sit there and stuff your face?
I'm gonna stuff my face and maybe decide to come with you because I got a little too friendly with that jail last time, so...
Well, we're all going to the port and then going to the jail, so...
I guess you're not giving me a choice then, are you?
Well, you can just sit outside and look pretty. I mean, that's gonna be hard enough to do as is, but, you know.
Ouch. But fine, I'll go, but like you said, I'm gonna stay outside and just sit this one out. Y'all have fun interrogating.
Or you can take nap now.
Spoken like a true ex-con.
Right?
I'm not going back to the joint.
Nope.
You sure you didn't drop the soap?
Oh, ouch. No, pretty sure I didn't, but I'm afraid that, the Duke might.
So you hear, I pretty much think he did drop the soap, and not accidentally. The shrunken head on your backpack has decided to come alive. By the way, it's 8:58 in the morning.
She has the shrunken head, right? Correct. Terra
does.
still has. So I'm gonna.
Jackass.
With a he has a little bow in his
Yeah,
hair.
she's really dolled him up. So.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
he's
take
all
the
nice and
shrunken
pretty.
head off the backpack,
Okay.
and that I believe is mine. So thank you for keeping. What in the
Terra,
hell
don't
is
do
on
it,
his
Terra.
head?
Don't let him take me.
Well, I mean, I've got...
It was us. It was me and you against the world, Terra.
I'm gonna take the bow off and
No.
shove it in his mouth.
No, that's my bow.
And then put it in his mouth.
No.
And make him shut up.
No.
And I'm gonna hang him on my backpack, and I'm gonna go to the kitchen actually and find a bar of soap.
Oh!
Okay.
I'm gonna try and take it off his
Okay.
backpack.
All right. So go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah.
Difficulty is going to be 16.
Yeah. 16.
All right. So easy enough. As he walks away to the kitchen area, you just quickly, faster than the eyes can see you, snatch him right off his backpack, and there he is, looking with grateful, shriveled eyes at you.
So I tie him back up and I take the bow off and I put the little bow back on.
You're the best, Terra.
I know.
Do I notice?
No. Not until you get to the kitchen, and you see that he's missing.
No, so I just kind of look around and I just forget about the bar of soap, and I turn around and I go back out and be like, all right, funny business is over. Who's got the shrunken head?
You don't hear anything.
So I look at Kohl and Daedalus, and I'm just like, nah. I'm gonna go.
What's your passive perception? Actually, both of you.
It's gonna be 15.
Nope.
Yeah.
What is it?
A 3.
3? No, that
It's
can't
gonna
be.
be 10 plus your wisdom.
Oh, so 13.
13? No, you didn't notice it either.
10 plus wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom
Yeah.
line, yeah.
So
Yeah,
with
13.
deft fingers, you did it so fast nobody saw you do it. And shrunken head is not saying a thing.
So I'm just gonna start walking towards the door.
Sure.
As she does that, I'm just gonna call out, oh, what time is it, and where's North?
It's 7:59, jackass.
Ah! And I stare at Terra. Ah, so you're the one who with the nimble fingers.
So as he says that, I pull out a piece of jerky. Knox, come! Let's go! Let's go!
Nox follows you quickly, and so does your Rocky.
So I look at Griffin. Griffin, fetch. Go get the shrunken head for me, please.
Make an animal handling check.
Please roll a 1. Please roll a 1. Please roll a 1.
15 plus. Let's see what I've never really used animal handling. Let's see what we got. Where is it? Oh, so that'd be 16.
16? I would say, because animal handling is for domesticated animals, which this is.
Mm-hmm.
But you haven't really worked with this animal. I would
Yeah.
say that it flies over to Terra, and as soon as it gets close enough to Nox,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of like, whoa shit, like it just turns right back away, right to you, and lands on your shoulder. A little confused by what the command was.
Alright, we'll work on that later, Griffin. For now, she can keep that shrunken head. He's a jackass anyways, so whatever. And I just pet Griffin.
I love how he has this contentious relationship with a possession, like with a thing. It's like
Yeah.
me hating a spoon for being a spoon, you know?
Yeah.
It's awesome. All right, so
He's the one who bought it too. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
I don't either. All right, so what do you guys do? You guys are all going to the port now?
Yeah, I will follow Terra out very begrudgingly because she stole my shrunken head.
Sure.
And
That's fair.
And while he follows, I'm actually gonna, again, after I'm done giving her the piece of jerky that follow him, I'm gonna hold one up to my chest for her to jump into the coat.
Animal handling.
Natural 20.
Woo. So, easy enough, she does. And she gets right in that pocket, right on your chest. And she just kind of, she feels nice and warm in the crisp, cool morning air.
So I give her a piece of jerky, and then I motion like with my hands and say, "Quiet, Nox." And I give her, and I like hold the piece of jerky as I do that motion,
Okay.
like quiet.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you guys head over to the port.
Yeah, I'm walking a short distance behind her.
That's fair. That's fair. Quiet. Every once in a while, you'll see a flaming fist, just walking the beat, as it were. Most have kind of halberds or pikes. Really, only the captains have swords. But it is quiet. Everybody's probably still sleeping. Merchants now are just starting to kind of set up shop. That's really the only activity you guys see as you make your way to the awakening city in the morning. So you do make it to the port.
So I pull out the bottle along with the some parchment,
Mm-hmm.
and I write on there, will we be seeing Gefelda, the Gwynmill Gallows, soon? Yes or no? And then I roll it up, put it into the bottle, and place it just like in front of me into the water, like it says to.
Okay. All right. So as you kind of throw it into the water, you see the tide coming in, but mysteriously, this bottle, as it's kind of just bobbing in the water, just seems to be kind of moving on its own, almost against the tide and the current, until you lose complete sight of it.
So
How long is that supposed to take again?
till tomorrow morning, around this time, it'll be back.
We'll see.
Oh, such a pessimist. So
It's more of a realist.
do I recognize any of the flaming fist guards around, or?
Make a perception check.
Oh, jeez. 24?
24. Vaguely familiar. The only one that you actually really spoke to would be Ellis, which was Kohl's contact and friend in Flaming Fist. But
He's normally there too.
well, no, he's no longer in uniform.
Well, I don't know that. Right?
Is
Terra
it-
doesn't know that.
I'm sorry, is it Daedalus? Or
Ellis.
Isn't
Ellis.
Ellis the guy
Ellis.
I bought the tavern from?
No, I don't think so.
Let me check.
It was. I have a Daedalus down.
Oh, then
As-
it was Adelis then.
Okay.
Okay.
You might be
Adelis.
right. You might be right.
Yeah,
I just-
yeah, he's right.
Okay.
Adelis? Okay.
Yeah,
Just want
it's
to make sure I
Daedalus.
got the
Daedalus.
names correct.
So yeah, Adelis is no longer in uniform, so... But
So,
I don't think that
I
Barag told anybody.
No.
So-
So, I look around. Daedalus isn't here. He's normally here on the docks. Wasn't he here yesterday? Day before?
Do I remember if he was there?
He was there when we docked. Day
Mm.
before yesterday.
Yeah, he was there when the ship came in,
Yeah.
and he was one of the ones who took Gefelda into custody, but you haven't seen him since.
Yeah. Haven't seen him since we docked.
That's weird. He's always here on the docks.
He was the one that... Now, Kohl was not present for when Barag did his thing with Gefelder.
That's correct.
But they spoke of the guard when Barag was in prison and we visited him. I talked to the guards there about the guard that got in trouble.
Yes, you did. Yes.
I don't know if they dropped his name or not.
They did drop his name.
They did.
To
So
Barag.
I'm aware that Daedalus was the one that...
Yes, you are.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think they got him wrapped up for his role in the whole Gefelda getting away thing.
His role, he had nothing to do with it.
No,
It was all on this idiot, and I
it
kind of
was-
like motioned my head towards Barag.
It was his duty to watch her. Barag would have never gotten close to her if he hadn't let him, so...
So what is he doing now? They just
Well,
keep him in prison for something he didn't.
he's off the guard force. I know that. I don't really recall what else they did, but he's in about as much trouble as they're willing to get one of their own in. So
Well, I say at least one of us, and I turn to Barag, should try to make this right. Yes.
I just stroke my beard and look awkwardly away. I don't know what you're talking about.
to
So I'm gonna
honest-
try and pull his ear.
To be honest, it was a failure on Daedalus' part. He should have. That was his charge. Should have never let her go.
But at the same time, someone should keep their anger in check. And again, I turn towards Barag.
What? I didn't anger the guy. Well, I didn't anger him into giving her over to me. I persuaded him.
And
So-
so I kind of just like smack my head like, what an idiot. And that's not what I meant. If you hadn't gone after her in the first place, a man who had faith in you wouldn't have gotten in trouble for your misdeeds.
Coming
So-
from the one who touched the cursed hilt of
I-
the sword.
I
She doesn't-
didn't
She
touch
doesn't know
it.
that.
I didn't touch it. You said not to touch it. I didn't touch it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, yeah. That's a long story.
Yeah. My name is Barag, and apparently I can't remember shit.
Well,
let's go.
actually, I remember a lot of stuff, but I will tell you that.
Yeah,
another
and you
time.
remember you lost Daedalus' job. So let's go.
Oh, well, maybe I can rectify that later, hopefully. But I guess it's time to go interrogate somebody. Well, I'm not doing the interrogating. Like I said, I'm staying
Yes,
outside.
you and I think
All
the
four of us.
interrogation should be to Kohl and Daedalus with your magic.
Just remember, don't use the nails. That might freak him out a little too much.
And again, I roll my eyes and kind of shake my head again, like, what an idiot. And so, and you and I, Barag, are going to try and find Daedalus and try to rectify this.
I think we should deal with that later. I don't think it's something we should deal with at the moment.
Well, at least we can get information while we're there, while they're interrogating.
It's real simple. The man lost his job. There's no other information to collect. The best we can do is just do this interrogation and hope that something at the end will present itself to redeem that man.
And so I just kind of like, again, shake my head and, all right, well,
You and
Let's-
your that thing.
let's head out. I'm already getting a headache.
Let's.
Yeah, I know you're a headache. Walk away.
All right.
Start heading towards the jail.
Okay. All right, so you guys head to the jail. It's cool and refreshing this morning. The weather's getting cooler. Now we're heading into the fall season. And you do get to the jail. There is one guard at the main gate and a couple just on the interior of the main gate, but one on the exterior. So he sees the four of you approach. Hold, what's your business?
Well, we understand that Torlin Silvershield is being interrogated today, so we're here to assist.
That's right. Fucking asshole if you ask me.
Yeah, you could say that.
And you're here to interrogate.
I'm the one that brought him in, so
Well, I don't recognize you, but you're fucking Daedalus Hartwell, you not?
Yes, I am.
I saw your show.
Ooh, you did.
I sure did. Over at the Alderman Wilster. Fucking swamp. And there you were with the whole light show and the jumping and tumbling, and it was amazing. Changed my life.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, what are you doing here?
Well,
You know there's a bounty on you.
Yes, I
I-
do know there's a bounty.
I'm not gonna collect your bounty. You're something of a hero. Hey, would you mind autographing my helmet?
Sure, so I proceed to just
Oh, I'm so
sign
happy.
his
So
helmet,
yeah, he takes it off.
and I go and I sign it, and I just put a little heart at the end.
So he looks at he grabs it. And he's like, "Fuck, I don't want to wear this thing." So he reluctantly puts it on. All right, so I guess I could let you guys in for a few minutes, yeah?
Might take longer than that, but sure.
All right. You wait here. I'll go ahead and ask. So he leaves, shuts the gate behind him, locks it. And it doesn't take more than 5 or 6 minutes before he's back with about 3 other guards. And the gate opens up, and another guard, a captain, looks you guys over. You've been expected. Torlin Silvershield has just finished his morning chow, so we'll go ahead and retrieve him in a room under guard. No physical violence of any kind. No weapons will be allowed in the facility. You will have to give those up before you even enter. They'll be given to you upon your exit.
Oh. I don't mean him any harm. Just a little information gathering.
Understood. Then you'll have no problem putting your weapons here at the main gate, leaving them in storage, and you'll get them back as soon as you leave.
Yeah, I think we'll leave the harming part to the city of Baldur's Gate. I'm sure they've got something planned for him.
We do. It's at the end of a rope.
So I remove both of my pistols and get ready to hand him over.
Okay. So they come by with a bucket, and they ask for your daggers.
So, you know what? I'll wait outside. I just don't think that I can do this right now.
Your call.
All right. So they go to Barag.
I'm okay, my friend. I'm just got out of
You're
this
gonna
place.
go outside.
I'm gonna stay outside if you don't mind. Those two will be going with you. I'm assuming at this point. So
All right. You mind putting that fancy crossbow in here?
Sure, and I take it off and I put it in there. Just be careful with it. It's one of a kind.
It will be here waiting. What about that quill?
Oh, it's just armor. I'm not gonna. It's like I'm gonna throw myself.
Oh, I'm sorry. The quiver. The quiver.
Oh, the quiver.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no weapons in it. It's
So he kind of looks in. It's empty, which he finds curious, but he doesn't know the nature of the magical enchantment. So he's like, okay, empty quiver. Sure.
yeah.
I've seen weirder. Follow me. So as you guys,
So I just wave goodbye to them and and I just
as Daedalus and Kohl are being led into this kind of oppressive prison of rock and steel, Daedalus Hartwell turns around and Ray, with a smile on his face, just kind of waves to you guys.
And so I do like the cheesiest, grinniest smile and
It's-
go, "Bye, Daedalus!" like
It's
right
such
back.
it's such a Daedalus thing, right? So, so they shut the gate, they lock it, and you two are on the outside of the gate. Meanwhile, they are leading you to essentially the interrogation rooms, which are kind of essentially dungeons, cells. No natural light. It's just slabs of rock on 4 sides. With a couple of chairs and a very heavy table right in the middle. Shackles are kind of screwed into the table. So they tell you, go ahead and wait in here. We'll bring him.
All right. And I just take a seat.
Now, again, we'll have guards posted in the room and outside.
Sounds good to me. I think we're here to work together on this. I'm not going to cause you guys any trouble.
Understood. I think we're on the same page. All right. So another few minutes pass, and the smell is the smell of this particular prison. You can tell it was built a long time ago. It just has that really old smell. Old stone, old construction. It's almost like a mildewy smell throughout the whole prison. But that could be just the nature of most buildings at Baldur's Gate, right? They're on the ocean. It's always wet here. The stone is old. The bars are old. But however, all the metal, it looks almost brand new. And you can kind of guess that they probably have to swap that stuff out pretty frequently. But it doesn't take long. A few minutes go by, and Torlin Silvershield is in essentially prison blues, and he's got shackles on his feet, on his ankles, and on his wrists, and they kind of take them off, and they reattach them on the table, and he's just quietly looking at you.
So I reach into my pack and I pull out the letter that we discovered was written by him, and I flip it around and I put it on the table so that he can see it. Now, your guilt is not in doubt. You made sure of that when you ran. And you've committed treason against the city. I think you knows better than anybody what that means for you.
That is true. I am guilty.
So, why do you think it is that I'm here interrogating you with Daedalus and not any of these guards or the other dukes?
My guess is that Blaze wants you to do his dirty work.
Well, that's exactly right, actually.
Mm.
You see, he knows that we are the best ones for the job.
Indeed. He
Better-
doesn't want to get his hands dirty.
I think he wants to get things done, and he knows that we're better than him, even. And you see, we're the types of people that we're capable, and we hold some influence in this city. We can get things done for the dukes, for ourselves, and maybe for you.
Really? You come here with a proposition?
Well, as I said, you know that you're going to be at the end of the rope, and who knows,
A matter of days.
if that long. If you cooperate with us fully, don't try to play any games, maybe we can get you some leniency.
Leniency. I don't need leniency. You will be dead by then. Trust me, my friend. I just want to live long enough to see it.
That's something you're betting on?
Oh, something I know.
Well, see, people have tried before. I've heard those words, and yet here I am.
Defy the odds. Valor's ransom.
You see, not only am I good at getting to people, I'm good at staying away from them too. And as I say that, I cast invisibility, and I just sit there for a few moments. I don't move, I just sit there for a few moments.
Sure.
And then I
You,
walk.
you see the guards kind of get very kind of uncomfortable as they put their hands on their belts, almost looking for a sword, and then they're kind of looking around the room.
And then I with invisibility up, I walk around behind where he's sitting and get very close to him, and I cast Disguise Self, and I disguise myself to look identical to him, like prison clothes and all.
Mm-hmm.
And simultaneously like appear behind him that way.
Okay.
And I just get right into his ear behind him. I feel like you don't believe me, but I assure you that if you work with us, we can get stuff done.
Make a perception roll.
Modified 20.
Okay. As you're looking at him and you're kind of whispering these things into his ear, you rematerialize looking exactly like him. You can see a bead of sweat just rolling off of his brow. His jaw kind of stiffens, as if he's trying to strengthen his resolve. But you see that you've kind of unnerved him.
So I get back around to where I was sitting before, and I keep the form up. But I sit back down. Now, I know more about these people, and I point at the letter, than you may realize. And I know that they value themselves above anybody else. Do you value them more than your life?
Of course I do. It's loyalty.
Do you think they're
I'm willing to die for the cause.
You think they'll do something for you while you're in here?
What are you going to do for me?
A lot more than they could.
What do you want? Why are you here? Why are we dancing around tricks?
How about this? I don't even need you to give me everything. See, I'm pretty good at what I do.
I heard.
Just give me something. We can make a little game out of it.
What do you propose?
Tell me where Gafelda would be hiding out if she were in the situation that she finds herself in.
She's making preparations.
You see, it's not the game I wanted to play.
Doesn't always go your way, Kohl.
It will, though. And don't you want to be along for the ride?
Yes.
So, give
It
me
is not going to go your way, I can guarantee it. But I will be along for the ride. That I know.
You're gonna be on the wrong side of things.
Will I, though? So much you don't know.
Well, I'll be walking out of here a free man.
Sure. I will die too. I'm comfortable with that.
You're gonna be saying the same when you're facing the noose.
I fear death. But there are things far worse than that.
So I sit back and I just kind of put my leg up on my knee. So, who do you think they're gonna replace you with?
I don't know. I don't ask.
I mean, you must have some idea. I mean, being in the position you were in, or did the guild just keep you that busy?
I've been very busy making preparations for Valor's ransom. After all, creating the sea wolves. Well, you know, Gafelda didn't do that on her own. It took a lot.
I bet. It seems to me like you've been working harder than any of the other dukes. I mean, you were right under their nose, and what incompetence.
Oh, Kohl, you try to play to my vanity. You know, sometimes you are transparent, and sometimes you are very transparent. Now you are very transparent.
I just figure you'd like to get out of here and have another shot at life.
There is nothing that you can do. I've lost it all. I know that.
Don't you want a chance to gain it back?
I don't want it.
So the guild's going to be done for in the matter of...
Do you think so, though? Really?
Yeah. See, I've never been given a bounty that I haven't taken in, and they're offering a lot for this one. I think I'm going to have fun with it.
Yeah, Gafelda is just a very small piece of the puzzle.
You see, for me, it's personal, too.
Why is that? Oh, your brother.
Yeah, you've heard.
I know.
Yes, well, see, the money's just gravy at this point.
Hmm.
See, I'm gonna.
Well, see, I'll give you one for free. How about that?
Sure.
Ava's the one you really want.
Excuse me.
I mean,
for a
if we're
second.
talking family matters, your brother and all of that nasty bit of business that went down just a couple of years ago.
That name again?
Ava, you've met her. You've danced with her.
Oh yes, she's the one that
Very beautiful tiefling.
tried to run me off with 50,000 gold.
Hmm.
See, these people, they know what's gonna happen to them if I track them down. They've already decided they're gonna lose. That's why they offered to pay me.
Well, I think we're set up to win. And there is nothing that you or your three stupid little friends can do about it.
Oh, yeah. See, and that's the thing. I'm actually on a team now.
Yes.
And
For all the good it's done you.
I'm sure you've heard what they got up to before they arrived here.
Yes, I'm sure that you heard the person that you replaced died at the hands of a red dragon.
Yes, I heard. Well, I don't know him. Never did know him, but he might have not have had any business going in there. I don't know what his motivations were. But I think I know what yours are, and I don't think you're going to get what you want out of this.
I'm a survivor. And I lie, and it's what I do. I'm good at it. And I guarantee you, at the end of all of this, when this is all said and done, Baldur's Gate will be ash. And you will be buried at its foundation, along with you and Daedalus Hartwell, aka Hartwell the Magnificent.
Is that a challenge, punk?
Oh, it's a promise.
I know. Yeah, I'm afraid that's one promise you will not be able to fulfill. We will live on, and it is you who will be in the ashes.
Brave words. Brave words. But if our business is concluded, I've given you.
You've given me some information that I already had. Now, let me give you one last chance.
Sure.
These people I travel with now,
Sure.
again, you've heard about what they accomplished.
I have.
Well, you must have heard then that the red dragon actually fell.
Indeed.
And before that,
Some sort of god in the desert.
right,
Yes, that's impressive.
and
I
You seem-
believe Zayn the Zane got away, did she not?
so I hear. Maybe that'll be my next task.
Perhaps.
But you seem to think that the guild is stronger than, let's see, Talos and Red Dragon.
Mm.
Are you willing to stake everything on that? It seems to me like it's all gone to your head a little bit, and that's going to be your downfall.
You know, I think you have to widen your lens. Take the full picture in. The guild has less than natural backing.
Well, you lived as a traitor, and you shall die as a traitor.
No. I will survive this. I guarantee it. At least long enough to see the death of Valor's Ransom. That's all I really want. That's all my master wants.
Well, you'll die unsatisfied, that's for sure.
Sharp tongue, Daedalus.
Well,
You're not so entertaining today.
well, I don't entertain people like you. I entertain those who deserve it.
Indeed. Take me to my cell. If you're done here.
Any more questions?
No. I think he's going to take care of himself.
Yeah, and I go like this.
Alright. So, Barag, Terra.
I'm sitting right outside the gate. Like almost.
Now, are you kind of waiting for them to finish the interrogation to join?
I'm
or
kind
are
of
you-
calming. I'm calming myself down.
Mhm.
So I'm like breathing slowly and sitting like in almost like a meditative state.
Mhm.
And I'm just waiting for them to see if they got anything out, or else I'm going in.
Okay. So as you're kind of sitting in this meditative state, and you see Rocky is actually rolling in a circle around you, and Nox is kind of chasing Rocky, kind of like her tail's really high up in the air, kind of wagging left from right, and he's just kind of rolling around you, and you see she's kind of chasing Rocky around in a circle. Barag, what are you doing?
How close am I to her?
As close as you want to be.
I want to be as far away from her as I can be right now.
Well, your winged monkey, Griffin, or Griffin, or
Griffin.
Griffin.
Yes.
He is very, very. He doesn't like to be anywhere near Nox.
I'm out.
You could tell.
So I'm gonna pull out some bread and
Sure.
give it to him real quick to keep him occupied, and quickly turn around and just walk away.
Do I notice?
Terra.
Do I hear him starting to walk away, or?
Make a perception roll. Because you are trying to meditate.
21.
Sure. Yeah, you see Barag kind of walk away.
So I peek one eye open. Don't leave my sight.
Just put my hands in there. What? You're the one who's got Rocky and your whatever you call that thing chasing each other around.
And I've got a dwarf that can't handle himself properly, so you are going to sit and you are going to wait.
Actually, I have a little bit of a side thing I gotta do, so...
Then you can wait for the rest of us to gather. You cannot go by yourself.
Whatever. Like there's someone else for me to be able to kill around here right now. And I think even if I wanted to go down that route, I'm not going to.
It's Baldur's Gate. Everybody's out to kill everybody. Now please.
Well,
shut your...
I'm not, so...
So, please. And I kind of peek and I get a little more aggravated. Shut your trap. And sit your caboose down.
Is there trees? Any trees nearby?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna climb into one. I'm just gonna climb a tree.
Make an athletics roll.
That would be 20.
20? All
Yeah.
right. Dwarves are not great tree climbers, but you manage, because you are Barag, you manage to, use a lot of muscle power and get into the first really thick limb of a tree, which is about 15 feet off the ground. As Barag's ADD kicks in, you see him climbing a tree. Yeah,
So I'm trying very hard to be serious and not to laugh.
sure.
And I guess that counts as sitting. Stay up there then.
I shall, because, I don't want to end up like Daedalus with a backward ear, so...
You know she can climb, right? And I just kind of smirk and then go back to meditating.
Well, she's like that big, and I kind of just put my hands together and like, well, she's that tiny, so have fun with that.
So
I just kind of ignore him and I just keep meditating.
Sure. As you are up in the tree, the griffin is loving being up in the tree. You see him hop off your shoulder and just kind of darting around the limbs and the brush.
So I take out a piece of bread and I set it on like a branch close to me, and I just like, Griffin, fetch, and I point to the bread.
Animal handling check.
Oh, come on, I only have a +1 on this, so this better be good. Cuck die. That would be 4.
4. All right, your request goes unheeded, unanswered. As you, Griffin, and he's just too busy with having fun in the tree.
I just leave the bread there, and
Sure.
I just sit back and kick my feet up, just kind of close my eyes, and
You see the guard out at the front of the gate, kind of looking at what is transpiring with the dwarf up in the tree, and he's just like, Jesus, kind of shaking. Oh, rather, Hestia. He's just shaking his head, like this is Ransom, Valor's Ransom. So what do you guys do? You guys?
I go and collect my pistols and my sword.
I and I grab my crossbow.
It's all there.
And I find, or whoever I'm collecting them from, I say, excuse me, is your captain around?
I can get him for you if you want to wait.
Sure.
Hold up. So he leaves for a few minutes. Same captain that kind of ushered you guys in shows up. In a very quick pace. Gentlemen.
Well, not much success with that one. He's willing to die for his cause.
He's a fanatic.
And so he will. However, there's another issue I'd like to talk to you about. I won't take up too much of your time. I'd like to report a crime.
What crime is it that you want to report?
You see, I just bought the clam hammer from one Ellis,
Mm-hmm.
and only had it for a matter of days at this point. Well, months really. I've only inhabited it for a matter of days, and I found a dungeon underneath.
You found a what?
A dungeon of sorts. It's small, but it is a dungeon.
Uh-huh.
And it appears that some very dark magic rituals were going on down there. We slayed my team and we slayed a beast that was residing down there, and there are somewhere in the range of 4 to 6 corpses sitting down there. Figure it's better for me to just tell you.
When you say that, you see him instantly get worried. Make a perception roll.
Just him or both of them?
Both of you.
13.
That defeated face.
That defeated look.
His shoulder just slumps.
Slumps. Yeah.
Whopping 5.
5. All right. I would say, Kohl, you notice. For something like this to be said, you would expect him to be like nonsense. You get the impression that he's heard stories like this before. Is just the impression that you get from his reaction.
Should I lean in a bit? Not the first time, I take it?
So he kind of looks at you wide-eyed for a second. No. We've had a few calls like this. After the attack on the port, mysterious outsiders began showing up in the city. Clerics are very busy. People are being possessed, for lack of a better word. Supernatural occurrences are on the rise. And I will not confirm it if I'm ever asked, but a squad of Flaming Fist took out something that I can only describe as demonic.
It's the way I would describe the thing that I took out, too.
Tusks out of the shoulders, that sort of thing.
That sort of thing.
Well, there was a bard that came through here some time ago, claimed to be a demonologist. And was investigating some of the goings-on here at Baldur's Gate.
Did you ever get his name?
No, I didn't. He was a traveling bard. He just took an interest in what was going on here. He was only here for a couple of days and left.
Well,
Do you know which way he headed?
I believe he was going to Waterdeep.
Okay, and I lean over the Kohl. Could you write that down? 'Cause
sure.
That could help us with
You have a description of this man.
Human. Young. Just out of his teens. Carried something of a golden fiddle.
That sounds recognizable.
Played beautifully. Very fast.
Just said he was going to Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, appreciate that bit of information. See, my immediate concern is getting the bodies out. Maybe if Flaming Fists are willing to assist me in that, I can do a little investigation and
Is the remains of what you slew still down there? I know for us it kind of exploded into dust.
Did ours explode into dust? I don't
His weapons
recall.
did. He did not.
Oh, that's right. I remember
Yeah.
something exploding into
Yeah.
dust. Okay. He's still down there, but he is dead.
All right. Okay. We'll send some folks. I'm sure there are magic users from the Council of Zazerth who would love to take a look at this creature as well.
Sure, and if it works for you guys, we could make this happen like very early morning tomorrow. I'd like to minimize the impact on
I'll
my
get
business.
men on it immediately. It should be a high priority. When did this happen?
Well, just a couple days ago.
So he kind of stops in his tracks. You've been sleeping above a demon corpse for 2 days?
Well, the demon corpse and about 5 other corpses, yeah. See, I was gonna handle it on my own.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least I know he's dead, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't sleep with him alive down there, that's for sure. Made quick work of that guy, I tell you.
I'll tell you what, let me get some men over to your place. Are you going to be there?
I'll be there. If they see what appears to be a wild raptor or a small flying monkey,
Right.
tell them to stand down. They're mostly harmless.
Do these creatures have anything to do with the demons?
Nothing whatsoever.
So why are you telling me this?
Because they may, well, not the monkey so much, but the raptor may appear to be aggressive at first. She's really just playful. We're training her. She's a doll, but it's the process is not complete yet. So what I'm saying is keep your men from killing her in self-defense.
You're apologizing for an attack that is imminent?
Well, they may never see her. I'm hoping progress is being made, but
Okay.
if they do see her, I know somebody that'd be very upset if something
I'll
happened.
tell you what. Make sure you're at the Clamhammer today. In an hour. How
Fair
about
enough. Sure.
that? And there will be no raptor attacks.
I certainly know you are correct.
There we go. That's the answer I'm looking for. Alright, so you guys get your weapons and you meet at the front of the prison.
Well, got nothing out of that one.
So I stand up and brush myself. Alright. Well, I will go on in, I guess.
As you wish. If you're there longer than an hour, I'm going to have to leave because I'm meeting some guards at the Clamhammer. They are helping me get those bodies out.
Wonderful. Oh, just so you know, dwarves can climb trees apparently because we have one in a tree.
As you look around, you see Barag hanging from a low-hanging limb.
Did you get bored there, Barag?
I told him not to leave, and I told him to sit, so he decided to climb a tree.
Well,
it sounds like he didn't leave, so that's
Exactly.
good.
So I'm content. I just had to. Hopefully, you guys would have gotten some information, but I will go do what I need to do. And so I crack my knuckles. I will be
Well,
back, gentlemen.
Looks like you have someone else that could be good at surprise attacks.
Sounds good, but I'm not preventing him from leaving if he tries. That's between you two.
Oh no. Well, whatever he does then is on your accord. And I just smile.
Sure.
Alright, well, you two buffoons and foon, have a good rest of your day until I am done here. I will see you guys back at the Clamhammer, yes?
Yes, well, I'll be here for a little while, but otherwise, yeah.
Hopefully this won't take too long.
So I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to wait about 45 minutes.
Sure.
Unless the travel time is longer than that.
No. Yeah, it's you're still on the lower side of
Right.
Baldur's Gate. You're not very far.
So I'll wait outside about 45 minutes, and then if she hasn't come out, then I leave to
Alright.
the claimant.
Brog?
So I'm gonna call for Griffin. Griffin, come here.
All right, make an animal handling check. Really, my question was, are you going to go with her? So,
Oh, no, I'm not gonna go.
all right, so
I'm
go ahead and make
okay.
an animal handling check.
11.
Sure. With a little bit of coaxing, eventually he goes over to you.
Sweet.
He
Good.
starts tugging your ear mercilessly.
Okay. And I pull out a piece of bread and I give it to him. There you go, Griffin. Good boy. And I kind of pet him on the head.
Sure.
Good Griffin. And I'm going to climb down from the tree and look at the boys. Well, if you don't mind, since, Boss Lady is gone now, I'm going to go find me an armor smith. Hopefully get this and the armor is a little in disrepair, so I need to get this fixed up if we are to go anywhere in the next couple of days, So, tally-ho. I'll see you later.
Makes sense to me.
Tell Boss Lady where I went, so she doesn't think I'm
You,
trying to kill somebody or something.
You really want me to tell her where you went?
Yeah, after she comes out, after I'm, long gone.
I mean, I'd be glad to. Again, it's between you two, but I'm offering you a chance to back out on that proposition.
You know what? You make a valid point. Don't tell her. I'll
Okay.
just be off and...
I will tell her you ran off muttering something about ale.
Don't make me sound like some crazy fool. Just don't tell her anything. I'll meet you later. Say the clam hammer?
Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Just quickly walk away.
Now we will roleplay Barag's destructive path. His path of destruction. Half of Baldur's Gate. Flames.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
All right.
exactly how it goes for us with him.
Yeah.
Every single town we go
Every party
to.
has to have one.
Yeah.
All right, so Terra, what are you doing?
So I go in and go to the captain.
Well, you're at the main gate.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to where they said to bring in
Sure.
the weapons and check them in. And I turn to, I guess, the guard, or is the captain up there?
Yeah. No, the guard gate is there. Ma'am, I believe your party already interrogated Torlin Silvershield.
Apparently they didn't do their job correctly because they didn't get anything out of him.
I don't think they're gonna bring him back out, ma'am.
This may be a matter of a life or death situation with Baldur's Gate. I would sure
what do you
hope.
figure?
Well, after finding out the information we just found out at the hanging, I think it would be mighty important to maybe get more information than the shit we got.
Yeah, I believe that they have already tried, ma'am. I don't think they're gonna bring him back out a second time. Not in the same day.
If I could, may I talk to your captain?
Persuasion roll.
Holy guacamole 20.
Alright. Alright, you just stay here. I'll go and grab him.
And so I nod curtly.
So, a few minutes pass, and the captain comes. Very quickly, you see him. He's got a squad of men, and he's giving very, very serious instruction. Very detailed instruction on what to do, where to go, and you see them all kind of nodding with an intensity. And he comes kind of, he does almost like a double time toward you. Miss Highhill, how can I help you?
Captain, it seems that we didn't get enough information as we wanted,
Yeah.
as I heard.
I heard.
I was, for lack of a better term, sent here to hopefully get more information. My two compatriots, well, they tried.
I understand that, madam, but I'm busy cleaning up your mess.
My mess.
Yes.
Ah, which one?
The one that you guys sleep under for 2 days and never notify anybody about.
Oh,
That
well,
one.
that is strictly on Kohl and...
Well, you know what? This is kind of like a group effort with you guys, so I'm going to say it's all of you.
And so I point to him, touche. Well...
So I have to deal with that right now. And that's kind of important.
Yes, and so is the rest of Baldur's Gate. And if we don't get more information, I'm sure... Well, Baldur's Gate may not be here anymore.
Do you have any information that's imminent and pertinent to that statement?
The Guild.
Or is that just your assessment?
From what I've seen, from what I've been through, and obviously, and then from what you've heard, I'm sure, from the hanging, along with various evidence, I think we all know what the Guild is up to.
What is this evidence that you have?
The notes, the letters.
Understood. We have that. We've read it.
Mm-hmm.
It implicates him with the Guild.
If
will
we
use
can
it to hang him with
find, if we can find the nesting of the Guild,
it. Their location.
yes,
We've tried.
if you would give me a chance, sir. And then I bow, very curtly.
Make a very high persuasion roll.
Inspiration for that one, my dear.
All right.
I
That's
have
gonna
one
be-
more.
Yeah, that's you
I have
use
one
two,
more.
right?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, please. 24.
24. You've got 10 minutes.
Thank you.
So he quickly, at a double time pace, escorts you to the same room that that Kohl and Daedalus were in. It doesn't take long before they bring Torlin Silvershield in shackles and secure him to the table. He looks kind of put out that he's being put through this yet again.
Mm-hmm.
So he just looks at you. High Hill.
Duke. Or, it's not Duke anymore.
Former Duke.
Yes, yes. For lack of a better term, I guess. And so I kind of let Nox out of the jacket and pull out a piece of jerky. Nox,
So
stay.
the guards, the 4 guards, draw their swords. Madam, put that thing away.
She'll be fine. Just
No.
as all right.
Put them away.
So I put her back into the jacket.
Okay.
And so, well, I'm a little short here, aren't I? And so I sit on top of the table, crisscrossed. Oh, you're much uglier in person. Tell me, the Guild, Gefelda, what is it that you have to gain from any of this? You were obviously wealthy, well-to-do.
I plan to be on top.
You were.
I was, sure. But when I say on top, I don't mean material possessions. I plan to live through this, and I still do.
And so I lean in. If you plan to live, I will very gladly be the one to hunt you down. Every time you look around every corner, I will be there. Every
You're trying to intimidate me because it's not working. I've got some of that from your friends, and I'm going to tell them the same. I'm going to tell you the same thing I've told them. I'm going to survive this long enough to see you die. You and your 4 friends, or your 3 friends.
So, I whisper into his ears, that's what Talos thought. And he was a god.
I'm not Daedalus.
You're right. But you think you're a god. And if you do make it out of here, I will be the very one you see before you die. With my dagger against that slim little throat of
You
yours.
can't threaten me with death.
You're right.
I just want to see I just want to live long enough to see the 3 of you, the 4 of you die.
And you're going to die for nothing. A pitiful old man.
No, death isn't the end.
You're right. And say if I die, I'll see you in the afterlife, and I will hunt you down, even still. Your soul will never rest.
Is this why you called me back? To threaten me?
I called you back.
Inane threats. I would rather go to my cell.
Alright. I'm sure you would. I just came here to tell you that Valor's Ransom has got their eyes on you. Like I said, we have eyes and ears in this city. We have favor, as I'm sure you know.
So he says, "Guard, take me back to my cell, please."
And you won't kill us. People have tried, and you will just be another notch.
So they kind of unchain him and put the shackles back on so he can leave, and he goes, "You're dead already. You just don't know it yet. Goodbye, Miss Highhill."
You're not the only one who's not afraid of death anymore.
So they escort him out.
Oh, don't drop the soap, dear. I hear it's not fun business.
He kind of looks back at you, kind of sneers for a second.
And so, I walk out, grab my things.
Okay. So it's not long. About 15 minutes later, she meets you guys out in the front of the prison.
Oh, how'd that go?
As well as yours, but I think he gets the message for the most part. Seems like that man is not afraid to die.
No, I don't think he expects to die, honestly. He says he's not afraid. I think he is, no, actually, he said he was afraid. But I don't think he
I
expects
think he said
it,
there are
really.
worse things than death.
Right. I don't think he actually expects it to happen, though. His overconfidence is going to be his downfall, ultimately. We gave him a chance to save his own life. He didn't take it, so...
Not like he deserves it anyways, but...
Oh, he doesn't, but he would have just been a shortcut. We'll get to him anyway.
Well, I would say we try to talk to the Duke, maybe hold off on the hanging for the time being. I have a feeling if he's out in public, it's just bad news. I mean, we managed to get Barag's dad off of the noose. What makes you think the guild won't?
Well, they might, but they don't seem too keen on exposing themselves that much at this point.
What do they have to lose? They don't have a ship for the seas. The sea wolves are all but gone.
Well,
A Duke is in jail.
I need everybody to make a perception.
Am I still there or have I walked away at this point?
You've walked away.
Okay, good.
28.
28.
With a 9 modifier.
Right?
Yeah.
13? Okay, you all notice. Specifically you, Kohl, you get this kind of glint right in your eyes. You and Terra are kind of talking the logistics of what just happened. You kind of get this reflection, this glint right in your eye, and about 2 buildings away you see a small hooded figure with a long black beak protruding out from a hood, and she's kind of got a little mirror in her hand. You see her kind of reflecting it in your direction.
Oh, I think I finally get to meet Sera. And so I walk just in a straight line towards the light.
Okay.
Oh great, another girlfriend for the pretty boy.
She works for me.
Ah. Well, doesn't make it any better. Alright. Daedalus. Come now. Oh, and Barag.
Barag
Where is he?
Walked off.
Walked off. So if he gets into trouble again and is at the end of the noose, and I point to the both of them, you two are going to try to bail him out again. Yes?
I don't think he's gonna try anything again. Not after he. Yes.
We said that at the Sanguine Sands, and look what happened now. Everywhere we go, that dwarf causes trouble. You can't even dispute. I second guess. There's no second guess.
Oh, he can, but all we can do now is just hope and pray.
The man's a soldier, is he not?
Yes,
Was
that's
he a soldier?
Yes.
sure he can handle himself.
Yeah. Again, look at what happened. And if we didn't intervene, said dwarf would be at the end of the noose.
Just make a prayer to Hestia that she watches over you.
And so I do, and I look up at the sky and put my hands together, please. Please, I have almost had a heart attack twice in the past 2 days. Please.
All right. So you guys are heading to the light.
Yeah, and
Zero?
as we get a little bit closer, I'd like to just put my hand up in acknowledgement, not like even very high of a wave, just kind of like a salute.
So
thing.
you see her just nod her head twice, and then just recede toward the more inner part of the roof.
How high
of
up
that
is
building? It's a 2-story building.
Okay.
Make an investigation roll.
6.
Okay. You're walking around the building, and you don't see a way to get up top other than inside, and it's actually like a leather shop.
Okay.
It's actually locked though.
Would I be... Is that the rooftop of the leather?
No.
Oh, it's a different one?
It's a different place.
Okay. I was going to say, I think we've been there before, but...
Have I seen his gun? Like his new gun? Like the one that he had repaired and then had the...
I don't think anybody's seen it.
No.
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 Yeah.
So I turn over to him. Do you think she'll tell me something, or she just want to tell you?
It's a good question. I wouldn't want to crowd her too much, and so I take out the new pistol with the hook attachment, and I aim up at the edge of the roof and shoot it up there.
Okay.
Try to get a good hook.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
So that's gonna be plus.
So excitedly, Kohl attaches the attachment to the end of the pistol.
This would be 16.
16. Okay. 10 was all you needed. So you shoot your gun very early in the morning, but you get a good, secure hook with your grapple.
Right in front of the prison.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and so I make sure it's nice and taut, and I begin to use it to scale
Sure.
the side of the building.
Athletic check.
Oh boy. Oh, we had to turn in inspiration for that.
All right.
I wouldn't have been good.
Was it a 1?
No, it was a 3.
Oh, okay.
What'd you roll?
Modified 3.
All right, modified 3. All right,
Yeah.
so Kohl is climbing, and he's about halfway up the cable, and then he slips, and he's just kind of hanging by one arm in the middle of the cable.
How high up am I at this point?
You're about 30 feet up.
So, I turn to Daedalus. I think he might get demoted again.
Still
just
learning to
kinda
use
laugh.
this thing.
That doesn't help your situation, dear.
So am I? Like, how close to the roof am I then?
You're about 30 feet from the roof. You're like right in the middle, so and
Oh.
you're actually starting to slide down the length of the cable
Okay.
as you see Terra and Daedalus kind of talking to themselves.
So I'm just gonna try to, as carefully as possible, descend.
Okay.
And make as graceful of a landing as I
Sure,
can.
sure. You can roll, if you want, acrobatics for that.
Sure. Got nothing today. That's gonna be acrobatics. It's gonna be 8.
8.
Yeah.
So as you are sliding down, you lose grip of the cable, but your horn on your head actually gets caught with the cable, and you go sliding down, and it's just like pulling, and you go "Arr!" as you go all the way down, and you're just hanging now at the bottom, like 3 feet from the
So I just
the ground, with your horn wrapped up in the cable.
kind of hang there for a second, Well, this is how you learn. And so I just attempt to just pull myself up and drop those last 3 feet.
Sure. Make a athletics check.
I don't even think it makes sense to switch dice.
Is there an artist around to just draw this so we have a permanent, like,
So-
memory?
So I sit down and pull out the bag of jerky and just start eating it as I'm watching.
That was
Want some?
athletics.
Sure.
So
I take that, and
10.
then it's like
10. All right. It takes some time, but you manage to muscle your horn out from the bundle of cable now at the bottom of the rope.
I'm afraid there's no time to get a drawing done, Daedalus. I have important stuff to do.
so I'm just like
So I look up at the roof. Sera, and I just Sera, and I yell
All
as
right.
loud as I can.
So she hears you. So you see her silhouette as you sorry, as you're calling out for her. You see her silhouette at the edge of the rooftop. She's also there with a small human, about 10 or 11 years old. As she's kind of looking down, but she has her dagger out at this kid.
Hate to meet this way, but would you and your guest mind coming down? There's no smooth way up for me at the moment.
So she kind of crooks her head a little bit to the left, and she goes, "There's no smooth way for me down at the moment." And then she just cackles, and then pulls out her mirror and flicks twice and disappears. You're waiting there for a couple of minutes, and she appears through the alley around the corner, and she just kind of points up at it's almost like a fire escape that goes up that you completely missed when you were initially
That'll do. And I just make my way up.
oh no, she's down now.
Oh, she's
Yeah,
staying down
yeah.
there.
She
Okay.
actually used the steps to
Got
come
it.
down.
Okay, so I just
his gun is still hanging off that building, by the way.
Yeah, his gun is
It's just
it,
still up
it
there.
really is, yeah.
I was like, you're gonna have to get that at some point in time.
Just keep an eye on it for me, if
So,
you don't mind.
As he says this, I'm keeping an eye on this whole thing, and I just start again getting into the bag of jerky, and I'm feeding Nox, and I'm feeding myself. This is great entertainment.
Remember where you got that jerky? And I
Put a handful in my mouth. It's good jerky, thanks.
yes, I know. We serve quality.
Not quantity.
All right, so Sera comes around the corner with this human boy, probably around 11 years old, dirty blonde hair, missing one of his teeth on the side, very common clothing, a bit on the ragged side, but not poor. And she kind of has her dagger like at his side, and she kind of jabs him a little bit with it, and he, all right, sorry, Valor's Ransom, it's nice to see you.
So I nod Sera.
So she kind of nods.
What's the meaning of this, boy?
You're not gonna kill me.
Well, you haven't given me a reason to, so...
Alright, so things really dried up once, everything was destroyed by the sea wolves, although they say that it wasn't really sea wolves, but who really knows, right?
We know. There were no sea wolves.
Anyway, after you guys left and all, things dried up and it was hard for anybody to get work. I mean, we're not farmers. Nobody was going out fishing anymore. Nothing. No boats or anything. I mean, we were starving here. So, you do what you do to survive, right? And, people were hiring. Unscrupulous people. So I was hired by the guild. Me and a bunch of young lads and lasses, such as myself. Only sometimes they disappeared, and you would never see them again. that was about the time that the cultists came. Only came at night and such. Anyway, apparently they have something to do with the cultists being here. I mean the guild. And it has something to do with you. I don't really know what. But I need your help.
So you're saying the cultists have something to do with the guild?
Yeah.
Okay. And what sort of help do you need?
Well, apparently there is a summoning ceremony, and demons are involved and such. And my family is at great risk. So, the bird lady said that I could find you and you might help. But it was weird because she did it in this very masculine, manly voice that you just didn't really expect.
Yeah. Well, I think she may be right. What else do you know about this? You know the location?
Well, it's my house.
I see. And is your family involved of their own free will?
Parents don't know. I mean, they're good people. They're honest folk. They don't know nothing about nothing.
And
I just thought, join the guild, get a little money. I didn't think my parents would get dragged into this. I didn't think anybody was going to get hurt. I thought you guys would probably win at the end of it, and, no harm, no foul. But, these guys came at night, and they said that, I had to. So, Sera snuck me out, and here we are.
so are your parents aware at all of the presence of these people?
Yeah.
Are they being held hostage?
Yeah. They're part of some ceremony, I suppose.
Ah,
They won't be alive for long.
this is happening now, then.
That's what happened at the bottom of your establishment.
Yeah, I was figuring as much. Well, and I turn to Daedalus and Terra, and I kind of, in a whispered voice, we've seen what happens on the other end of that.
Well, we're close enough to... And I turn to the jailhouse. Close to the jail, maybe if we can alert some flaming fists, get some backup. And we head there immediately. And then I turn to the boy. Lad, what's your name?
Davis.
Davis. Strong name. You did a good thing, lad. Now listen,
I just want my parents safe.
we will do our best. But for now, do you have somewhere to stay that's safe?
I'm going with you.
Lad, if you point us in the right direction,
I'm not going to point you. I'll take you.
fine. But after, you need to get out of sight, out of mind.
Fine, as long as you can guarantee my parents will be safe.
We will try.
Maybe we shouldn't bring the Flaming Fists with us. If we arrive with that much force, it may startle this cult into doing something rash with this boy's parents.
Like speeding things up.
Right.
Oh, well, it would be nice if we had a fourth opinion, now wouldn't it, you two?
Make a perception roll. All right. It's a bright sunny day. All right, Barag.
So, armorsmith.
Yes. You do see a local armorsmith getting set up for the day. His forge is still cool. Human fellow.
Nice. So I'm gonna approach and top of the morning to you, sir.
Morning, Master Dwarf. How can I help you this fine morning?
I know you're still setting up and it's a little bit early, but
Forge is cold, and you see him take a little nip of some beverage.
Hi. I know it's cold, but I have a requisition for some repair of armor that I have.
I'll throw it down.
And I pull it out and I set it down in front of him.
Alright, so he kind of takes a look at it. Old. Yeah, some of these straps are going to have to be replaced, for sure.
Okay. That's fine.
Serviceable, still. Probably serviceable now, but you want to get the maximum use out of this thing? Is that what you're here for?
Aye, most definitely. I'm wandering without armor, and a dwarf without armor is like, well, a dwarf without ale. Which, shockingly enough, I've given up.
That is shocking.
Aye, I've had a little change in heart, so to speak.
Alright, so what do you want done on this thing? You want a custom thing, or?
Well, just get it up to full par, I guess, unless you got something else that you can do to it.
What would you like done?
Oh, well, I mean,
I'm mostly horseshoes and the occasional blade. I do some armor work, but...
well, get it up to par, you know,
okay, well...
fully workable and service.
Okay, so he picks up the chess piece, and he's turning it around, and he takes like one of the layers of leather and just comes completely apart from the metal. He's like, well, you know all this leather is going to have to come out, right? It's going to have to be replaced, all the straps and everything.
That's fine, as long as you get it working and it can fit me, of course. But as long as that thing's working and it gives me the best it can, that's fine by me.
Alright, when do you need this?
Yeah, as soon as possible.
As soon as possible. As soon as possible is 3 days from now.
Can you make it 2?
Well, fortunately, as soon as possible doesn't work here right now.
Okay.
But he'll be here in 3 days.
Alright, 3 days, and well, how much do you think this might run me?
Materials, time, labor, about 5 gold.
So I said down 10. So any sooner you can get this done?
Make a persuasion roll with advantage.
Dude, you're throwing down money.
Persuasion. Oh. 19.
19?
My
Alright.
bad, yeah.
So he looks at that stack of gold. 10 gold.
Aye.
Yeah, I'll see you in 2 days.
Sounds good to me. And I stick out my hand. Didn't catch your name, by the way, sir.
Clayton.
Clayton. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm Barag.
Barag.
Barag. You may have heard of me.
Yeah, I actually have. I thought they were going to hang you.
Aye. And then it was supposed to be my father, and then the Duke got arrested. Long story. But all I know is I'm free now, but the guild's got to go in my place, I think.
Okay.
Started with the Duke, and fortunately, it can't end there.
Alright. Yeah, I heard about that nasty bit of business with Torlin Silvershield.
Aye, yeah. Oh, well, I should not say Duke anymore. Former Duke.
Yeah.
He's now sits in the city jail.
Well, you know what they're going to do now, right?
Oh, yeah, he's gonna get the hang.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
me, luckily.
There's always 4 dukes. They gotta have an election.
Oh, well, that too. Well, we'll see what's gonna happen then, but
Yeah.
I don't know if any 4 of me and my group are gonna be involved in that.
Well, there are rules. Not anybody can just go up for election.
Of course not.
Yeah.
It is the Dukes, after all, of
Oh,
old
it's
Baldur's Gate.
It's Baldur's Gate, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Aye. One more little favor. Well, not favor. I'm willing to pay for it. What do you have available for something just to kind of give me some kind of armor around here? What do you got?
Alright, he is looking through his stock. He's like, got a little bit of ring mail here. This was a commission piece. Fella never came back for it. I think he got lost in the high seas.
Oh, fancy with the sea wolves, and I just do air quotes.
Yeah, yeah. It's ringmail. It's armor class 14.
Well, and I kind of look at myself. I guess it's better than what I'm currently
Okay.
working with.
Okay. So, yeah, it's considered heavy. Again, disadvantage on your stealth checks,
Mm-hmm.
but you'll have armor class 14.
Sweet.
And it is a total of 15 gold.
That sounds good. And I plop down 15 more gold. I will take that armor. At least it'll give me some kind of edge in
Alright.
battle. Maybe I don't have my shield still, right? I think I lost that, right?
You
If I
lost your
remember
shield in Schult.
So I asked him, maybe you have a shield too by chance, possibly.
Oh, a shield. So
Yeah, I'm in need of something that'll help me with that.
as a matter of fact, he does. He gives you it's a serviceable shield.
Mm-hmm.
So he says, yeah, you can have this shield here. This is 2 gold.
2 gold.
It's not my work, but a fella left it here. Never picked it up.
Looks like a lot of people are leaving stuff and never pick it up.
Well,
from
you know, that's the nature of a port city. Sometimes you hire a commission and then you leave and you're on another part of the world.
Well, I'll definitely be back for my commission, so
All right, I hope so. I hope to see you.
hopefully, yes. And I appreciate it. I give him 2 gold, and well, hopefully I'll be back. And well, I don't know. We'll see. And so I have to go find my friends actually, if you do not mind, and I will see you back in a couple of days, hopefully
All right.
alive. I hope.
Sounds
I
good.
Live. So I have a good day, sir. Top of the morning to you. And I walk out.
All right.
You know,
So you hear him stoking up that forge. And you guys, what do you do?
Well, alright. Barag said he was going to get that armor taken care of, but I don't know where he went, so we might not have the time to wait for him.
Right. So again, we go on another cultist adventure without a dwarf.
So the kid is like, guys, my parents don't have long.
All right, lad. We leave now, hopefully. And this is a hopefully, and I look up again at the sky. He finds us somehow. Hestia.
I turn around and I look. Are there any guards or flaming fists stationed at the gate there to that prison?
Oh yeah.
I put my hand on the boy's shoulder and I say, "Come with me a moment. It'll be quick." And I lead him over to the.
So he's looking at you frustrated. He goes, I'm going to my house.
This is gonna help us save your parents, and it'll take about 15 seconds.
Make a persuasion roll with disadvantage.
A 1 and a 2.
Oh.
So he's not buying it. He goes, I'm going to my house.
Let's just follow the lad. These people don't have enough time.
Is
Sorry,
Sera,
I
is Sera
just-
still around?
Yeah. She's just kind of watching this whole interaction go
Okay,
down.
before we leave, I lean into her. If you see Barag, tell him where we went.
And she leans over to you. She goes, if you see Barag, tell him where we went.
And I look at Sera. Sera, do you know where we're going?
Sera, do you know where we're going?
She copies people, dear. Let's just get a move on it, yes?
Okay, so I was like, okay, let's go. Time is a wasting.
I turn to the boy.
Time is a wasting.
Does Sera know where your house is?
So, no, I haven't taken her.
Okay, well, we're gonna take her now, and she can return here, and keep an eye out for Barag.
Well, let's go instead of talking.
She goes, keep an eye out for Barag.
So I say, lead on to the boy.
Alright. So he's running. Almost at top speed, but he's 11, so top speed isn't really that fast. And you guys are running through the lower part of Baldur's Gate. And you come to a very kind of ramshackle part of Baldur's Gate. It's a very poor part of Baldur's Gate. Literally, it's almost like I don't want to say shacks, but just a step above. You know what I mean? And he points to a domicile, and there's where my parents are with those people.
Do you know which room within the house that they're in?
It's just one room. We all sleep in one area.
Alright, boy. You've led us here. And I pull out 4 gold. Head straight to the clam hammer. Get yourself something to eat and you stay there. Yes?
The clam hammer? I don't. Where is it?
Over by the ports. Do you know where the ports are, boy?
I know where they used to be.
Where they used to be, lad. It's one of the first taverns right off of the ports.
Gold. 4 gold. Okay. Clam hammer. Got it.
Stay there
Uh-huh.
and tell Greer, he's the bartender, that Valor's Ransom asked for you to have a meal on us.
Daedalus Ransom asked you to have a meal on us. Okay.
Alright, go.
Before he leaves, up to this point, does Kohl sense that he's truly appears to be somebody who's truly in fear for his parents' life?
What kind of roll do you think that would be?
Insight?
Go ahead and make an insight roll.
I don't want to do the insight check
No,
to man.
you absolutely can. Absolutely you can.
Okay. So that's wisdom.
Insight is going to be, yes, wisdom.
Okay,
Your
so 16.
16. He's genuinely worried.
Okay.
He's frightened. He looks like somebody who's completely in way over his head, and he knows it. Yeah, he's desperate.
Okay. So what do you guys think Sera should do? She could maybe stay here and assist us, or she could go back and wait for Barag?
Well, we need all the assistance we can get. And at this point, you two, and you've been demoted now, Kohl,
So-
buffoons.
So you see Terra kind of counting on her fingers, and she says, she could go back and wait for Barag.
Sounds like that's what she wants to do.
And so I roll my eyes. Why do you ask? Do you. Whatever you want to do.
Right. Well,
Everybody make a perception roll.
Halfling luck.
I'm just gonna throw myself out that window.
Oh my
You
god.
can roll over again because she's in
Oh,
her presence.
okay. Thank you. I was just like, what is going
my-
on?
That you throw yourself out the window.
So you said perception?
Yeah.
Okay.
26.
24.
17.
Alright,
That was 17, 18.
Alright. Natural 20. Alright, so as you guys are kind of talking to each other, even with those high rolls, you rolled a natural 20, you turn around and she's gone. She's completely disappeared. She's completely pulled a Batman on you.
I think I like her. She's gonna come in handy.
Oh,
Like-
yeah, you like it when she does it, but when Terra does it, oh, we can't find Terra.
Well, yeah, it remains
Oh,
to be
Terra
seen.
abandoned us.
Remains
Let's
to be,
just get the job done.
Remains to be seen if either of you can be trusted.
And so I kind of give him like a deadpan look, really? After all we've been through, Kohl, I give you a pistol.
It's,
I bring you into the porthole,
you're
onto my ship.
you're full of surprises. I'll say that much.
You're damn right I am. I'm a halfling.
So,
There's a lot more to us than our stature.
about
And food.
And food.
about getting
And I point to
our-
Daedalus. Lots of food.
About getting to our task, then, and I look over. Are there many windows on the building?
No. Most of these buildings are made with materials that are scavenged for the most part. You see a lot of old ships repurposed and used as housing. So no, there's no actual windows.
It's just
Planks of wood nailed together very poorly. You can maybe see. Make a perception roll. I'll say that. Make a perception.
Could we assist in
giving,
looking?
Sure. So with advantage.
giving this dice a chance to redeem itself. Okay, it did. 26.
Okay. No windows, which would make it very dark inside. But you do see, again, a lot of these homes are kind of cobbled together. So you do see almost little knot holes and little cracks and separations where pieces of material are joined poorly, where you can actually kind of look inside from the outside.
Seems to be a few spaces in the wood there that might allow us to see through. Do you want to take the honors?
As I always do. So I look. Well, actually, I'm going to roll for my stealth
Okay.
first.
Okay.
Halfling luck.
You rolled a 1.
I literally rolled a 1. Yay. 19 plus 9.
Okay. 28.
Yeah.
All right. So quietly, you cross the street to this home, this ramshackle home. You go to a little kind of crack in the wall, and you look through. You see, from your vantage point, you see one large hooded creature, bigger than an orc, and it's kind of lumbering slowly. You can kind of hear animal sounds, and you do see 2 humans that are almost tied up and staked out on the floor. The floor is actually almost like a dirt floor, and they're kind of staked out on this floor, kind of the way you found the bodies on the bottom of the clan hammer.
Okay. So I'm going to motion to Kohl and Daedalus, like 2 and with a thumbs up. So like trying to say that they're both in there alive.
Okay.
So we do see this, not the roll for it or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so I flash a thumbs up back.
And so I motion for them to wait where they're at. And where is it?
Uh-oh, do the magic stuff.
Yeah,
Are you attuned to this magic item that you're about to use?
I am. I've used it before. So yes, I am.
But remember, you can be only attuned to 3
3
things.
things.
Okay, so you are currently attuned to this.
This one doesn't
So-
require attunement, I don't think.
Yes, you're right.
Unless it says that it
Sure.
needs to be attuned.
Sure.
But yeah, I am attuned to 3 items.
So why don't you go ahead and read what you are going to use?
The Ring of Calamari, a silver ring with an octopus on it with emerald eyes, gives you the ability to use the darkness spell 1d4 times per day rolled at dawn.
Okay.
Is it currently around dawn-ish time?
Well, you haven't used it yet, so
Yeah.
you've got all the charges.
Okay, so I am gonna kind of peek my hand into like where the crack is, and
Okay.
then use the spell
Okay.
of darkness.
Okay. So you mutter the enchantment inscribed on the inside of the ring, and complete and total darkness.
So I motion for them to like hurry up and come quickly, and then I open the door.
All right. So let me pause here, and we will get the board set up. And this would be a good time for us to take a break.
Yep.
Okay. Language.
All right. Language. All right, so we are back from our break, and Valor's Ransom -1 is about to go into this this home. So you go in, you cast darkness.
Yeah.
Okay.
So does it mean like nobody can see now, except for her?
If you have dark vision, you can see as if it was dim light.
Not
with magic darkness, you
Yeah,
can't.
not with this one. Nobody can see.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter dark vision, I can cast light all I want. It is not gonna work.
Yep. So you go in.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do this. Get you guys set up on the board.
Can't use that figure yet.
So we're right at the door.
So I go in. Are you guys following or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I must.
Daedalus, I take it you're going to be in the back as usual?
Yep.
Okay.
So you see this rather large figure actually look kind of like that. Very large, muscular. Well, actually, none of you see it
Yeah.
Only I saw it beforehand.
Just
beforehand.
walk through the doorway, like
Yeah.
blackness.
Kind of amphibious looking. Just covered in warts and little knobs of hardened flesh, and spikes. About 10 feet tall, kind of hunched over, arms almost extending all the way down to the floor as it kind of it walks in a hulking fashion, from left to right. You see the boy's parents that are kind of laid out on the floor, tied to spikes, and you do see. Actually, you don't see them, so I'm not gonna put them on the board yet.
Oh, well, technically I do.
No, you only know.
Oh, dang it.
All right, so you go in,
Yes.
and it is black.
So, I actually turn to Kohl and Daedalus. The creature is on the right.
And it's like, which way's right? And I'm like looking at this darkened room.
So, this isn't gonna work for me, and I just back out immediately.
So as you say that, you hear this weird sound, almost animalistic sound,
Ooh, which way did that come from?
straight ahead of you.
Well, at least you know where it is now.
So, I'm gonna actually roll for stealth, if that would be possible.
Okay.
You're in darkness.
Yeah.
You're in darkness. Yeah.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
You can't
So
see
I'm actually
anyways,
gonna. Would it be perception to kind of like feel around to see if there's anything nearby, like
Sure.
using my?
Sure.
Oh my god, that was an epic fail. 20.
20. You're feeling around. You just see a lot of dirt floor, and as you're feeling, your arm kind of, your hand seizes a very large, thick ankle. On the ankle, it's wrapped, taut with chain. So you found something.
Would it feel slimy, or do I need to roll again for that?
It feels like flesh. Doesn't feel slimy, but it feels like it. Whatever it is, it's just covered in chain.
So, I whisper hello.
Roll initiative.
Alright.
Yeah. I think that means all of us.
Yeah.
11.
Even if I backed out of the building? Okay,
That way, in case you enter combat, I can just slip you right into the initiative.
fair enough. 21.
21.
16.
I always roll shitty on initiative for some reason. What'd you roll?
11.
11?
Treasure.
Yep.
Okay. Alright. So, you just hear like chains kind of clanking against each other. And as you say hello, a big metallic hook falls literally right next to your hand, and you just hear make this attack as a surprise attack, and that's a hit. 27 to hit.
Yep.
So you take 20 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
and you are
then that'd be half.
and you are grappled.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So next up is going to be
Oh,
Terra. We're at the Kohl. We're at the top of the order.
So I'm just outside of the doorway.
You're just outside the door. You hear Terra say hello, and then you hear something whip around and go right from basically like metal chain hitting bone is what you hear.
Daedalus, Terra, I can't see anything.
do I hear him?
Are you in?
I mean, I'm like
You're outside?
immediately outside of the
Okay.
doorway.
All right.
So like as close as I can be without being in the room.
Gotcha. So you're going to hold your action?
Yeah. If I can,
What's your trigger?
if I can, well, I don't know if this is too vague, but if I can hold my action until I'm able to see something I discern to be an enemy.
So the trigger is as soon as sight returns, as soon as the darkness dissipates, as soon as you can see, you attack.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Next up is going to be Daedalus Hartwell.
So, well, since it is dark, there isn't much I can do. I am going to take a free action and yell in there, Terra, I know you put this darkness in there for, the element of surprise and all, but now we can't see anything. Could you, make the darkness go away?
Alright. And actually, it is your turn.
Quick question.
Sure.
Squat nimbleness. Can I see it really quick? It's in Xanathar's.
Xanathar's? Sure. I don't think you took squat nimbleness.
I did. I think.
Did you?
It says on my sheet. I'll double check though.
So, let's take a look at squat nimbleness. New racial features. You are uncommonly nimble for your race. You gain the following benefits: increased strength or dexterity, increase your walking speed by 5, proficiency in acrobatics or athletics, and you have advantage on strength or dexterity checks to escape from being grappled. I don't think you took this.
Weird.
No, you took the one that you took was Bountiful Luck.
You're right. I don't know why that's written on here then. Okay.
Which is the one where you share your
Yeah, my
halfling luck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's written down. Okay, so I'm actually gonna try and wiggle my way out.
Okay. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
28.
28. All right. Easily enough, you are able to escape the chains that are pulled tight against your body.
I'm gonna try and disenchant the darkness by reciting what was said on the ring.
Okay. Let me see the player's guide. Anybody have a player's guide handy? I thought. Oh, I have one.
Just like 4 players trying to pop up.
Assaulted by player's guides.
Just chuck them all.
Throw 'em.
Here you go.
Hope your armor class is high enough.
Yeah, I know.
So that's how Daedalus died. Threw a book at the DM. And Daedalus mysteriously went to another dimension.
It's concentration. So you can let it get... Actually, you would probably have to make a concentration check to maintain it once you took damage.
Okay.
So why don't you go ahead and make that concentration check now?
Fail. This is the one time we're calling for fail.
I don't use halfling luck.
2.
All right. So as soon as you get hit, you saw that darkness just dissipates. You are holding an action, so you can take it.
Okay, and what do I see as far as potential enemies?
Okay, so what you see is... let me see one here. You see Terra is right here. So you see that large hulking amphibian in the corner, kind of over by where the kid's parents are. You see these large humanoids with deep red skin, blisters all over their skin, and they literally are wrapped almost from head to toe in chains with these kind of masks covering the lower part of their faces. Each one of these chains varies in thickness, but all have these big hooks at the end of these chains. Moreover, you see these almost canine-looking animals, but they are canine in the most rudimentary sense. They are four-legged, and they are almost like if you were to turn a dog inside out, that's what it would look like. They're just flesh and sinew and muscle. This almost chitinous armor on the legs and the back. And instead of a head and a mouth, it just ends like in a neck hole that is just surrounded by teeth. Jagged, serrated teeth and a large tongue that kind of hangs out of this maw that kind of pulls things into this maw of teeth.
And so there's 2 of the canine
There's
creatures.
2 of those canines. There's 2 of those large humanoids that are just covered in chains.
Okay.
And 1 of that large amphibian who looks to be running things.
Is that the one that is nearest to Terra?
No, that is the one. Actually, he's on the board right there. The amphibian.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So as soon as the darkness dissipates, I look up and say, "Oh, there you are," and I take 1, 2 for the extra attack shots at the creature that's right in front of Terra.
All right.
And I'm going to make the first one a sharpshooter shot.
Go for it.
So that's going to be this one. Okay. That's going to be 14.
14, and that is at the amphibious creature?
That is at the one that's nearest to Terra there.
Oh, okay, the chain devil?
Yep.
Okay. You rolled a what?
A 14.
14 unfortunately misses.
Okay. So then I will take my extra attack, which will be a normal shot.
Go for it.
22.
22 hits. Roll damage.
Fortunately, it's a straight dice because it's the offhand.
Mm-hmm.
8.
Nice.
Quick question.
Yes.
Where exactly are his parents on the board?
They would be right here and right here. If you want to put a marker
Right
there.
here. And
All right. So you do
They
8
morph
points.
them into dice.
So you your first shot just kind of deflects off of the chains that are covering this creature, but the second one finds its way into a little space and you hit it right in the chest. Okay, so is that going to end your turn? Oh, that's your held action.
Yep.
All right, so Daedalus, I will give you the opportunity now, since you didn't get it before, to attack, to take your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna just do a couple of Eldritch Blasts.
Okay. What are you shooting?
I'm gonna aim for the one. I'm gonna aim one at the one nearest to Terra.
Okay.
The same one that he hit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna aim at whatever that creature is over there. That's nearest to him.
Gotcha.
The dog.
One of the canines. The
Yep.
canine-looking demons.
Yep.
All right, go for it.
So first one. I'm gonna cash in. How many inspiration do I have? I have 2. I'm gonna cash in 1.
Okay, so go ahead and roll again. Are you choosing a different dice?
Yes.
Smart man.
Oh yeah, 16 plus 8.
Okay, that hits. So go ahead and roll damage. This is on which one?
This is on
The chain devil?
Yeah, that guy. The one.
This one here.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
So let's see. That's 2 plus 4, so that's 6.
Alright.
Now the roll for the second one aimed at the dog.
Okay.
Or whatever it is. See, it's a 6, right? So it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Woo.
Do I hit it?
Okay. No, unfortunately that misses. As your Eldritch Blast goes wide, but you did hit the chain devil that Kohl hit.
Okay, so.
Is that gonna end your turn? You
Uh,
still have movement if you want.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stay there for right now.
Okay. All right. Next up is going to be back at the top of the order. No, it's actually going to be them. So.
And did it pass by me?
Yeah, I will say they both passed by.
Okay, so I will do my attack. Por favor.
Attack of opportunities?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
Son of a 9. 14.
That misses, unfortunately.
Natural 20.
All right, the second attack of opportunity as these two canine-like demons go running for the front door, seeing Daedalus and Kohl there. You manage to... Actually, you only get 1 attack of opportunity per turn. It's a reaction. So, I will let you have that second one.
Okay.
I'll let you have that one, because...
My heart sunk a little bit. I was like,
I know.
No!
that would be sucky, yeah. But just remember for future, you only get 1 reaction
Yeah.
per turn.
And then how far?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they're in my range. Alright. Make sure my companions are right there.
Well, it would not have been there at the time you took your attack of opportunity, so you
Dang
do
it.
not get
My sneak
attack damage.
Darn it.
That's double.
Oh, no, that is not doubled. Well, I'll just roll this and then I'll roll again. Because it was a nat 20.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure I'm saying crap, I'm not here.
12, 14.
You're so happy with your shot right now. Woo!
10. 18. What's 18 plus 14? Oh my god.
Jesus.
32.
32
Yeah.
plus 2, 4, plus 5. 32, 39 total.
39.
39.
Goodness gracious.
39 total damage.
Did that canine even survive?
Looking at the resistances.
And then also there was 4 frost damage out of that 39.
Okay. So they actually have resistance to frost damage, so... Okay. Is that gonna... Actually, that was just an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Alright. So they run for the front door. They are going to take their attacks, but through the corner of your eye, as one was passing, you saw and you literally just held your dagger out as it literally just raked right across it as it was running past you. Well done there. So, and I'm going to have this guy is going to come here. This chain devil is going to come here. and almost make it to you. So they only have 30 feet of movement, so. Alright. So 1 Chain Devil, natural 3 against you. Alright, so we have the Tiefling Kohl up in the front. So the Canolith is what it's called. It's going to take its multi-attack on you. So, God, I am rolling so bad. 14?
No. 16.
9. So, quickly, you see this tongue almost lash out like a whip. And you see it coming. You manage to duck out of the way. It runs up to you and tries to bite you. And you just kind of sidestep it. And that's actually going to end their turn. So back at the clam hammer. Are you at the clam hammer?
No, I was actually gonna head back towards like the jail to find him.
Okay.
Cause I was gonna go to the clam hammer, but I was like, and then I told the guys like, oh, I gotta go find my friends.
Sure.
So instead, I was gonna go back towards the jail. Actually.
Okay. So you go to the jail, and you don't see anybody in the front of the jail.
So I look kind of perplexed, like, where the hell is everybody? This place usually has a bunch of guards.
always picking on Barag?
Because Barag does it to himself.
I know I don't like this place, but there should be guards outside.
Barag gonna do what Barag do.
He
And
needs
not be there when you need him most.
without armor, sure.
All right. So what do you do?
So I'm gonna look around to see if I can find any guards or
I
anybody.
mean, they're guards stationed at the front gate.
So I'm gonna see if they saw where the group went, Terra, and
So you asked the main gate guard.
I want to ask the main gate guard. Did you see anything at all?
Saw the little lass go in after your friends went and came out, and she came out a few minutes later, and they left.
Which way? Do you know?
So he just points in a general direction.
Like where? Towards that building over there?
No, I didn't ask.
Well, that direction.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I walk in the direction that I think that he pointed. So I just walk towards wherever that may be.
Make a perception roll.
Natural
Finally.
18. So yeah, plus whatever I got.
You get the sneaking suspicion with that roll that guard is probably pointing you in the right direction. But a lot of the Flaming Fists kind of don't like you right now.
Right direction or wrong direction?
In the wrong direction right now.
Okay.
You get the feeling he's just kind of throwing his hand in the air and that way.
Which way did I go, by the way?
You're going. Well, it's up to you.
Oh, well, I went the direction you pointed. So which direction was that?
So you're going back to a kind of northwest.
Northwest. Okay. So I'm gonna quickly turn around and kind of go back to him and be like, "All right, man, level with me. Where did they really
Look,
go?"
man, I don't know about your friends, all right?
Well, and I pull out a piece of gold. Will you tell me now, because I don't have time for this.
Is that real gold?
And I bite it. I'm a dwarf. It's real gold.
So he puts his hand out.
Tell me first.
I don't know where they went. Sorry.
So I very reluctantly.
I'm not the keeper of Valor's ransom.
So I put the gold in his hand. Where did they go?
So he looks at the gold and pockets it. They went in the direction I told you.
Alright, man. Whatever. Keep the gold. You're wasting my time. Have a good day. And I just walk away. So I give up. Like, I think. So
Alright.
I walk away pretty frustrated with him.
Sure.
And, by the way, I'm curious.
Mhm.
Did Kohl ever get his gun back?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
No, actually, he didn't.
No, he did.
No, the one that was hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, his grapple
Oh,
gun.
yeah.
He never got that.
I didn't roleplay it.
Yeah,
So-
he didn't take it
That's my
back.
answer.
I mean, I'm assuming you did, but
Yeah, I mean, Cole definitely would have cared
Yeah.
about that gun a
Yeah.
lot.
yeah, I'm assuming that you did.
By the,
I'll give that to
by
him.
the good graces of the GM. Kohl
You got your-
Actually, it's still hanging there.
Yeah, that looks valuable.
Well, you know what? I was kind of hoping it would be there, so I kind of. But whatever. It's all good. Well, I'm gonna find anybody else that's maybe in the courtyard around the jail that might have seen something. If there's still anybody there.
Well, now it's starting to pick up a little bit. And there are people in the courtyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go up to the first person I see and
Sure.
just be like, "Were you here? How long has passed since?"
Very, very, very elderly, elvish lady. So she kind of looks at you. Oh, hello. How can I help you?
How much time has passed since all this? Like they left.
A little while. Since you've gone to the armor smith and come back, a
Yeah.
little time has passed. Yeah.
So I'll say some time ago, like maybe a half hour ago. Did you see anybody around here? Valor's Ransom by chance? You know who they are, right?
I come to feed the squirrels in the park.
Oh.
I have my favorites. Light brown squirrel with gray tips. I call him Tipsy.
Okay.
He always falls over like he's drunk. So I call him Tipsy. I think some of the young lads have been throwing pebbles at him and hit him in the head, my poor Tipsy.
Maybe that's why he's tipsy.
Maybe.
Yeah. You have a good day. You enjoy whatever you're doing with the squirrels. Bye.
Bye. So as you leave, you hear her calling out, Tipsy! Where are you,
I just
Tipsy?
ignore her.
Sure.
And I just try to find the next person I can. I'm gonna go to person until I find somebody that
All right.
may have seen my comrades.
Gotcha. All right. Back to the top of the order. Kohl.
Okay, so making a long jump, that count as movement rather than an action?
That would count as movement, but you
Okay.
still have to make an athletics check.
Right.
You can jump as many feet as your strength score.
Right. So yeah, I was just reading that now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna disengage. I'm going to
Tipsy the squirrel is going to be a thing now.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Tipsy.
I'm gonna disengage. I'm gonna back up 10 feet.
Okay.
Because if you don't do that, the distance you can jump is half.
Right.
So I'm gonna back up 10 feet, and then I'm gonna run and attempt to long jump. So it'd be 10 back,
Sure.
10 forward,
Right.
10 jump, because my
Right.
strength score is 12.
Okay.
So I'm going to attempt to do a long jump over the creature directly
Okay.
in front of me there.
Okay.
And it says DM's discretion, DC 10, clear low obstacle. Low obstacle can be no taller than a quarter of the jump's distance. So it's a 10-foot jump. So
These
2.5
things
feet.
these things are as big as a large dog.
Okay.
Not like a Great Dane, but I would say
Okay.
You could definitely make it.
Okay, so I will attempt to do that. That just said athletics, right? Athletics?
Athletics. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So you take your action to disengage. You move back 10 feet, and then you're running, and then you're going to jump over.
yes.
Okay, go for it.
All right.
This is where legends are made, right here.
I'm gonna use an
what is that?
inspiration. It's
No!
an 8.
What
It's
is
an
that?
8. It's an 8.
Okay, go ahead and use your inspiration.
Yep.
I think there are certain times where the DM should disallow any inspiration.
No.
This
it's
would be
okay.
one
I
of
don't
them.
know how I feel about that.
All right, so use your inspiration.
It's modifier. It's an 8, actually. Yeah,
Okay, so
modified it.
all right, so you guys, you see this massive canine demon in front of Kohl. Kohl looks at it. He kind of jukes and jives and moves back. The creature is just staring him down. Kohl grits his teeth, runs at the creature, goes, ah, and then jumps over it, kind of miscalculates and lands right on top of the creature. Now you are on top of it, facing its ass, and its head is right behind you. And you can feel that whip of a tongue, like right above your head, just cutting the air right above you.
Okay.
So I look at him. I was like, "You remind me of our old cleric friend." And then I kind of laughed at him. I was like, "Thanks for the good memories."
That's a free action.
I will ask you what you mean by that later.
All right, is that gonna end your turn?
Unfortunately, yes.
All right, riding
Aw.
backwards on a demon dog. All right, next up, Daedalus Hartwell.
Oh, and here I am. I'm in front of those two now.
So now, yes, you've got Kohl and you've got this demon dog right in front of you, and another demon dog like right behind.
Oh, this is not gonna turn out well for me.
So what do you do?
So if I aim anything at him, will I have any danger of hitting him?
There's always a risk, sure.
The DM is too happy
I mean-
to say that.
Life is all about risk, you know.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to
So
hit
what are you doing? Clock sticking.
I'm just going to try and Eldritch Blast each of them.
Okay, go for it.
Hope that,
So the first one is going to be the one that
I'm going to see if I can...
Kohl is straddling.
Yeah, maybe I could...
Okay.
Maybe I could at least make it, maybe kick him off so he's on top of the thing.
Okay.
So, because it's hard for him to do anything on
The
top.
one behind the one that Kohl is straddling, that's the one that was injured by Terra's quick hands.
Okay, so let's hope I can kill that one off.
Okay. So which one are you shooting first?
I'm going to shoot the one he's riding first.
Okay, go for it.
And I'm going to take the other one. 11 plus 8.
That is a hit.
Okay, so now I'm gonna roll for the other one, see if I hit it.
Okay.
8 plus 8.
8 plus 8?
Yeah, so 16.
That is a hit.
So yeah.
So you're gonna roll damage on both.
Okay, so here goes the first one. Whoops. Oh well, that's still a roll, right? Even
Yeah,
if we missed a
that's a
trait.
9.
So a 9 plus a 4.
13 total?
Yep.
Alright. As your Eldritch Blast fires from your hand and hits the demon creature that Kohl is riding, your tail actually feels the sizzle of magical energy from Daedalus' Eldritch Blast as it
And it's-
blasts
And it's
the
gonna be like
creature.
a fist, but it's gonna like uppercut it right in the face.
All
It's gonna be
right.
like bink.
I like it.
So I may not be able to punch very hard, but my magic energy can.
Nice. So the second one, you're gonna roll damage on that.
Yeah, it's a 1 plus 4, so 5.
5. Alright.
And this time it's just gonna
damage
be
is damage is damage.
yeah, this time it's just gonna be a kick to the face.
Alright.
Magical boot.
So
just
an
goes-
astral boot appears and
and
just
just goes
kicks it.
bink.
Alright. Well done. Is that gonna end your turn?
Yes it is.
Okay. Next up, Terra Highhill.
I'm gonna use my Eye of the Deep amulet.
Mm-hmm.
So, it is an attunement item. It is one of my 3 attunement items, besides my daggers. The Eye of a lobster-like beholder cousin fitted on an amulet clearly intended for larger creatures. Once prolonged rest can produce a 30-foot cone from its front, so basically here. And I did count, it does not hit them. Like, just barely.
Sure.
So creatures in the area must DC 17 con check or be stunned for 2d4 rounds.
Okay. You would have to actually move 2 spaces to your left, but you would still not incur an attack of opportunity because you're still within melee
Okay,
range.
I'm gonna do that then.
Alright, so go ahead and
So,
to your left.
this way?
No, the other one. Your other left. No, you're good right there.
Right there?
Yep. So now you're in a cone.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Alright, so what is the difficulty on that?
DC 17 con.
Oof. This might be ugly for me.
So this was exactly what happened last time.
Oh,
yeah.
natural 17.
Oh, you suck.
On one. On one. On one. There's still 2 more to go. 14 on 1 and the natural 2 on the.
Yay!
Alright, so
I'm so happy.
now if they take damage, it breaks the, and they get to roll every round.
Yep.
So 2d4 plus what rounds?
It doesn't say.
Just 2d4, right?
2d4 rounds.
7 rounds. So they're both stunned. Well done.
So don't attack me.
So which 2 are
So it is the amphibian and the one.
next to it?
Yep, right next to it.
Okay, so this
you see there the energy come out of this amulet, and you almost see like sea spray come out of the amulet. Spectral tentacles, like octopus tentacles, wrap themselves around all 3, but they only take hold of 2 of them. And you see their eyes kind of dull, and their shoulders slump as they almost look like a boxer about to fall. They're kind of wavering back and forth. One of them, though, the one closest to you, manages to shake off the effect. Well done. Is that going to end your turn?
Does that count as an action?
That does count.
Okay.
But it was an action
so
well spent,
I'm
though.
gonna use my bonus action to activate my Akraba Dagger's Fury mode. So I'm gonna cut my
You take damage for that, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna cut my hand and get the blood on it and all that fun stuff.
All right. So you take how much? 1d4? Is it? Or 1d6?
1d4.
1d4. So you take 1 point of damage as you smear the blood on the blade.
Oh no, 2d4.
2d4.
Take that back.
Okay.
I can't read.
So 5 points
Okay.
of damage as you smear the blood on the blade. So tell me how this mode on this blade.
Okay, so as a bonus action, the user can cut themselves, dealing 2d4 damage to themselves. The blade then grows twice its normal size and glows a fiery red and gold. While in this state, the weapon deals 2d4 piercing damage and 2d4 fire damage for the amount of rounds equal to your proficiency level.
Right. So keep track of the rounds.
Yep.
So I'll say, because you've already taken your action, I'll say the counter starts next action. Next round. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So how, other than the blade becoming bigger, is there any special effect that happens to the blade?
I'm gonna say that the blade turns like almost like a red crystal, like glow,
Nice.
that emits like golden flames
Nice.
as it grows.
Awesome.
And I'm just gonna smirk at the creature and kind of like flick it.
All right. That'll end your turn.
Yeah.
Well done. All right. Next up is going to be them. So the chain devil actually in front of you that you just kind of smirked at, he's going to take his turn. Are you kidding me? No, that hits. 23.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see these chains again come after you. You take an additional 11 points of damage.
Which is half.
And again, you are restrained.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to end its turn.
Would my uncanny dodge?
You can take half of that damage.
Okay.
You haven't used your reaction this round, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that then.
Okay, so take half that damage.
Okay.
Cool?
Sounds good.
All right. Next up is going to be. There's 2 canines right by Kohl. So one of them is going to try to buck you off.
Okay.
So this is going to be a contested athletics check. That'll be its action. So.
Can I?
Oh my goodness, I'm rolling like ass today.
Okay.
So
Is
it's
it
contested.
athletics?
So it's an athletics.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
8 again.
It's exactly what I rolled. What is your modifier on it?
1.
+4. Believe it or not, he bucks you off.
Okay.
Um,
I feel like that's not like the worst thing that could happen at this point. Is
It
to be
prob-
off of this creature.
yeah, it probably isn't. He does get multi-attack. He makes 2 attacks. I'm going to say that him bucking you off is going to take up one of those attacks, so he's only going to get 1 attack.
Okay. And am I on my feet at this point, or am I?
I'll say you are on your ass at this point, unless you make an acrobatics check.
I can do that. Much better modifier. Modified 20.
Okay. So, yeah, you do manage to land on your feet using your tail almost like a balance. You make it look graceful. And
Where did he land?
Back.
Is he inside or
he's
out?
inside.
So he's now. So I should move. You should move him right
Yes, sir.
there. Okay. I would do that myself, but I can't see him.
So next up, it's going to take a claw attack at you, and it's going to hit with a 23.
That'll hit.
All right. Ooh. So you take 20 slashing damage, but it actually counts as magic damage.
Okay.
So you take 20 magic damage.
Ouch.
And that is going to end the first one. The second one kind of smells blood in the water. And it's going to take a multi-attack on you, Kohl. 19 plus 7, 26.
Definitely.
Wow, 12 for the second one.
For damage?
No, for the second hit.
Oh,
Multi-attack.
16, so no.
Okay, so the second one does not hit. So the tongue kind of whips around, and you can hear it snap. You see these barbs of spike just covering the tongue as it lashes you right across the face. It's going to do 18 points of damage, and you are considered grappled.
Okay.
As about 15 feet worth of spiked barbed tongue wraps around you. You have your guns in your hand, but now your arms are pressed against your body. You're not even able to
Feel a wrist action.
Alright, so next up is going to be... Actually, they get to try to break out.
Medicine.
Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Can you hold on?
Yeah.
What is the DC on that natural 20? What is the DC on that to break out of your Eye of the Deep? I think it's 18, right?
Yes. No, 17.
17. Okay, so the amphibian-like creature rolled natural 20, and he kind of shakes off the effect of the Eye of the Deep, although the other one is still stunned. And we'll pause here. All right. So, breaks out of his stun. And we are going to take a couple of attacks. Actually, he's going to take some movement. And place himself right between Terra and Kohl. So this guy's kind of sandwiched between you two. Is the large amphibian demon. Kind of looks at you. He's kind of covered in almost like this mucus on his skin. And he's going to take his attack. Too many books, man. Too many books. Alright, so... he's going to take a multi-attack. $18?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh. 15.
No.
Okay, so a claw. He rakes you with his claws right across your chest. Is Nox with you?
Yeah.
You may want to rethink that
Yeah.
in the future. 2d8. Wow. 15.
Would I be able to, as I see the claw coming, flip around toward my back?
You take 19 points of damage.
Okay.
I will say with an acrobatics check of 18,
Okay.
you'll be able to.
Last inspiration.
Alright. Because otherwise you're looking for a new pet.
Yeah. Oh, thank God. 18.
18?
Yeah.
On the nose.
On the nose.
Oh, man. So you see this claw coming at you. It's going to hit you right in the chest. You see Nox's little head kind of pop up. And you know this is it. So you just kind of roll and it just rakes right across your back. That is actually going to end its turn now. Actually, no. You're grappled, aren't you? From the Chain Devil. Yeah, you are. So that is actually an automatic crit. So you take 26 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. And Chain Devil. All right. I need you to make a DC 14 Wisdom. Zero is what you rolled? Alright, so
You have a negative or modifier?
as you are looking at this Chain Devil that's in front of you, he almost shimmers for a second and then completely disappears. And you see Talvis in front of you. And he says, Terra, you failed me. And you are frightened for one round until the end of the next turn. Alright, so you can't take any action on your next turn. Alright, so that is going to end his turn. So now we go back to Kohl, and so this one is going to go outside and attack Daedalus. You can take...
Knocked him over.
Oh, you can't take an attack of opportunity because you're bound by that tongue.
That's right, I'm grappling.
Yeah. So it kind of worked out for me for once. All right, so Daedalus Hartwell, natural 3 on its multi-attack. Second one might hit though, as you see nothing but claws and tongue. 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so you get hit with some claws right across your chest. $16 points of slashing damage. Actually, magic damage. As it rakes right across your chest. Alright, so now I've got Kohl. And it's going to take a multi-attack on Kohl. 19.
Yes.
Oof. 26.
Oh yeah.
And because you are bound, these count as crits. Both of these. Wow. So you take 30 points
Total.
of magic damage from a bite
Okay.
for the first one. And the second one is going to be claws. No, I'm sorry, that was the claw damage. Bite is, believe it or not, 66. and that's doubled. So you take 46 points of magic damage from the bite as these,
In addition to the 30?
yes,
Okay.
as these teeth sink deep into your flesh, and you hear one of your bones crack as it's almost like a vice grip.
Right before I pass out, because I'm down.
All right, you're out. All right, next up is actually that is going to end their turn. We're at the top of the order.
It's been time for my death save.
Death save.
Alright. 14.
14, that's one success. As Kohl is still within the grips of this creature. You manage one death save. So, Daedalus.
There's one thing I meant to say but you jumped into what he was doing. I was going to take a reaction when he attacked me,
Okay.
and I was going to Misty Escape. Not Misty Step, but Misty Escape. So it does not cost a spell slot, I just use it as a reaction. But I can only use it once per.
Okay, so you want to Misty Escape now, or?
Well, I wish I was able to get a word in edgewise in, but... So, I don't know if I could do it.
You can do it now. I mean, it's your turn if you'd like to do it now.
Well, it was done as a reaction, so can I just do it and then take my turn? Because it was a reaction to him attacking me, so it was done when he attacked me.
Okay.
So I was gonna just go, like, over here.
So you want to take your Misty Escape.
Yeah, not a Misty Step, because that's, it's two different things.
Yeah, I would say you wouldn't be able to do it now. You would be able to do it when you get next time you get attacked. You could.
Well, then I'm just gonna I'm gonna use my action and Misty Step out.
Okay. Which way are you going?
I'm gonna go like over here.
Okay. So quickly, Daedalus Hartwell disappears in a puff of smoke, but he sees the magic door. He just steps through and then bamps across the room, away from immediate danger. Is that gonna end your turn, or?
Now I'm gonna take a little movement in this direction.
Gotcha. All right. Next up is Terra Highhill. You see Kohl hit the floor.
Alright, in the house itself, are there any cabinets or...
It looks like most of the... Actually, didn't look like there was much furniture to begin with. But the little bit of furniture that was here has been smashed to bits for the purposes of the ceremony.
Okay. Is there any, like, crevice or anything, like, something for Nox to hide in that I could tell her to hide
Not really.
in?
I mean, you could tell her to run out, but she would have to make it past
Yeah.
claws and teeth.
Yeah. Son of a bitch. Alright. I know what to do.
What are you gonna do, Sarah?
I have no idea. Hold on.
You got 6 seconds.
I have no idea.
All right, we're gonna pass. You want to hold an action till a
I
specific
have-
trigger, or
I'm grappled.
you guys are falling apart. You can escape.
Okay, I'll try.
All right, so make an athletic check. This will be contested. Oh no, it's not contested actually.
19.
19. Believe it or not, I think that made it. Yes, because it's a DC 14. All right, so you managed to make your way out of those chains. You could feel the just cuts in your flesh from how tight these chains were wrapped around your body.
I wouldn't be able to disengage, would I?
You've already taken an action to
Yeah.
escape.
Shit. Alright. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Alright, next up is actually the bad guys. So we are going to make an attack on Terra. Natural 20. The amphibian demon, the amphibious demon is going to make an attack on Terra. Natural 18. You know what? Actually, no. No, he's not. He's going to disengage. 25, 30. And make his way towards Daedalus. And the dogs are going to make their way toward Daedalus. Yep. Alright, so I get to roll damage for you. So hold on one moment. 2d6. Wow. So you take 18 points of damage from the chains. And you need to make a DC 14 or be grappled.
Would that be dexterity?
No, this would be... I'll say... Yeah, I'll say dexterity. Sure.
Oh, thank God. 15.
Okay, alright. So you managed to, even though you took damage from that slashing hook right across your face, you managed to kind of turn with the chain, the direction that the chains were going, and the grapple misses you. Alright, so next we have Daedalus Hartwell. Alright, Daedalus. I need you to make a DC 16 intelligence save.
I'm gonna cash in my last inspiration
Okay.
and roll it again.
Alright, last inspiration for Daedalus. Changing the dice as if it mattered.
Nope. Since I have a -1 for intelligence.
Okay, alright, so as Daedalus is standing there, you see this large amphibious creature coming at you, charging. You see this magic energy jut out of its mouth, and you're kind of cascaded in this magical energy. And then you can't remember where you are. And then you can't remember spells. And you can't remember who you are. And you don't know anybody in this room. You have no memories. You can't understand language. Your intelligence and charisma scores are considered to be 5. For 24, no, for how long? For 1 day, yeah. So you have no idea what you're doing here. You see monsters, you see a tiefling, but you don't even know that that's a tiefling. Down unconscious, you see a small woman fighting a demon covered in chains, 2 of them actually. And you see these demonic canines coming in your direction, but you don't even have any idea who you are.
Oh, great. So whereas I'm like entirely useless now.
Alright, so back to the top of the order, but prior to that, Barag.
Useless. What was I do? Oh yeah, trying to find out where my peeps are.
Right.
So at this point, I don't find anybody, do I?
I mean, there's plenty of people in Baldur's Gate, but you have to remember, Baldur's Gate is a city of thousands of people.
True. Well, I mean, I guess I'm gonna go where I know they last were gonna go, which was Kohl. I knew he was gonna head back to the Clam Hammer.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just head back to the Clam Hammer and hope to find him there.
All right, good enough. Back to the action at hand. We've got Kohl on the ropes. Death save.
6.
That's 1 success and 1 failure.
Yep.
All right. Daedalus,
So now I have no.
you have no idea who anybody is. You don't even know how to speak. You're essentially a creature of instinct right now. Your intelligence is 5, your charisma is 5. You don't know who anybody in this room is, you just see demons everywhere.
So, and I can't cast anything.
No. On a failed save, target loses all proficiencies, it can't cast spells, and it can't understand language.
So I'm just looking around right now.
I'm not telling you what you're doing, I'm just saying that that's what's happening.
So I'm just gonna disengage
There he is. Yeah,
and just dash out the door.
that makes sense to me.
I'm just gonna get right out,
Alright.
and that's it. There's not much else I can do.
Alright. Terra Highhill. You see, you saw this magic energy kind of pop off. Then Daedalus runs right out the room.
So at this point, I am going to cut my losses and also disengage. But would it take an action for me to like kind of drag Kohl? Like if I were to disengage, take part of my movement and drag him.
You can disengage. It doesn't take an action to drag him, but you'll be at half speed.
And then I have +5, so it would be 30. Half of that. So if I went here, that'd be 15. And I dragged him out, it would be another 15.
No, it'd be, if you went here, like right next to him, it'd just be 5 feet.
Okay.
No, if you moved here, it would just be 5 feet to be next to him, and then you can grab him and then continue, and then that would be at half movement.
Okay, and if I were... A disengage is an action, correct?
Correct.
So I wouldn't be able to feed him a potion, correct?
Right, not till next round.
Oh my god.
Taking one yourself is a bonus.
Right.
But to feed one would be an action. Unless you've got 2 actions per round in your class.
Which I don't unless I'm attacking.
I thought of something just now, sorry.
What I'm gonna do then...
You can... Rogues can dash, disengage as a bonus action, correct?
I believe so,
Cunning
yeah.
action.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right!
that's right, yeah.
That's right!
So yes,
Okay, then I
you
will
can
do
disengage
that.
as a bonus. Yeah. Well done.
Thank you!
I just rolled a rogue on
I was
the
like-
for a player in our one
I was
shot.
like, I was trying to remember. I knew there was something
So,
having to do with
You
disengage,
can
but I couldn't
as,
remember.
disengage as a bonus, and then use your action to feed him.
I'm going to
Potion.
do that then.
Cole's just like, cunning action! No, he
So,
doesn't do that.
I'm gonna give him a superior, and I'm gonna yell for him to basically as soon as I can see his eyes open, I'm like, run.
8d4 plus 8 heal.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna
not have that many d4s prepared.
So, I'll let you go ahead and roll that. But your eyes pop open, and Terra's standing above you, and she says, "Run!" And you see her take off.
Okay, now when I'm... Oh, thank you. Okay, this will be good. When I'm up and
Yes,
healed,
ma'am.
I'm going to roll for that now, but when I'm up and healed, do I have the same options as I would a normal combat turn? Am I then allowed to...
Take a dash and all that stuff.
Is it like just movement that I can take? at
Yeah,
that
I mean,
point?
you'd have to use half your movement
To get up.
because you're in a prone position. So you use half your movement to get up,
Okay.
and then continue your movement.
And can I not attack necessarily, but can I take a... If I wanted to, I'll just tell you, if I wanted to carve something with my sword into the wood of the door frame there, can I do that as well as...
I would say that's an action.
That's an action?
Yeah.
So can I take an action?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I mean, your movement's your movement.
Right. So in other words, I have just like a normal combat, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Action, movement. Got
Yeah.
it. Okay. Cool.
Depending on how detailed this carving is.
Right. Fair enough. Because I have to draw my sword just to do it.
Right.
So, okay, yeah. So 8d4?
84 plus 8.
3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, plus 8, that's 23.
23.
total.
Alright.
Okay, so I get up and I move towards the door and I stop at the door frame and I'd like to, I'm still inside technically because I'm going to do something to the inside of the door frame. I'm just going to draw my sword and very quickly in Infernal script, I'm going to write reinforcements, leave or die, and then just take the rest of my movement out.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like bang on the door frame a couple times on my way out to get their attention.
Okay. Alright.
Did you close the door after you?
Is that going to end your turn?
Yes, and I will close the door behind me.
Okay. Alright. So I'll say you take 6 seconds to quickly kind of carve it into the door jamb. And luckily they do speak Infernal.
Yeah, well, I had to look it up because apparently they speak, I think it's Abyssal, but they read Infernal, so I was like...
Yeah, well, this one actually does both.
Oh, perfect.
Actually understands
Okay.
both. Alright, so you carve it and you continue to take off?
Yes, as far as I can.
Okay. Alright, so as you both bolt out the door, you feel that they're chasing you, but they stop right at the door jamb and don't leave the domicile. But you hear just the roaring, the anger, that coming out of that particular that house, that dwelling, and the yelling gets louder and louder, and then you hear a different scream and a yell. It's that of humans.
At that point, is the door open or is it closed?
It's closed.
It's closed.
Okay, at that point, I'm gonna throw my daggers at the door
Mm-hmm.
and yank it back. Would I be able to do that? With one of them at least?
You could do that with one of them.
Okay, I'm gonna do that with my Aquabud dagger then.
Okay. Armor class is 10.
18 plus 9?
All right. So you throw your dagger.
Yeah.
It goes deep into the door, and you.
And I recall it back and yank the door
Okay.
with it. Or try
Um,
to.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
$18.
Okay. Yeah. You manage to yank the door open, or off rather.
Mm-hmm. Can I see from that distance if they're gonna go after?
It's just, there's nothing by the door jamb anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's dark. It's light outside, but in that dwelling, it's exceptionally dark because there are no windows, and you just hear screams coming from that home.
So, I'm gonna pull out a piece of jerky and tell Nox to run.
Okay.
And throw it. And I'm gonna say run and hide.
Make an animal handling.
Would I be able to? Yeah, I was gonna say that's gonna probably be animal handling.
What'd you roll?
18.
Okay.
Plus. So that would be 23.
23. All right. So you take the jerky out. You say run and hide, and you throw it. She kind of retrieves it. She has it in her long talons, and she's kind of looking at the jerky and looking at you and looking at the jerky, not really quite understanding what, because you've never actually trained her in that.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have her attention.
Yeah.
That's essentially what she knows.
Right.
At this point in her training.
So I tell her to, and I put my hand out and they say stay, and I run back into the house.
Okay.
As she takes a step to do that, I'm gonna not like push her or get fully in her way, but kind of step in front of her a little bit. Terra, they may be beyond our help.
So you're gonna let innocent people die?
Well, it could be them and you if you go in there. We need your help with the guild.
By now, the screamings have ceased.
Son of a bitch. And so, I'm just, at this point, I'm like furious. And I just get the flaming fist.
So I just...
I'll be here.
And it was a ceremony for something.
Mm-hmm.
You hear arcane energy explode. And then you just hear kind of coming from the inside. A dark red light pours out from inside the dark dwelling. You hear footsteps. A lot of footsteps.
I think we should all go. And I just take off running towards the prison.
And as you take off running, behind you, as you look over your shoulder, at the doorway, you see demons. Not 2, not 3, not 5, not even 10. But there's a doorway and it is opening, and demons are pouring out of it. And there is no stop. And this is where we'll end.
Oh.
Wow. Well done, guys. Well done. Well, done.
It's done.
It's done.
We almost had a TPK.
That was close as you got. Well, yeah,
that was
as
really
as
close.
yeah,
That was really close because
that was close.
If I didn't drag Kohl, probably would have mangled him. I was
I
think, almost dead. I was this close.
This encounter was designed for your full party. I think at full strength, it would have been close.
Yeah.
But you were down a man, and then now you're down 2 men.
Right.
Because he's affected for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to babysit Daedalus.
Not to mention, there's like a horde of demons now coming in.
Into Baldur's Gate.
I'm of demonic origin. Maybe I can just have a chat with him.
Yeah,
Sit down. Hey,
look,
guys,
you really don't want to do this.
Come on now.
Come on, guys.
Can't we
Barag arrives at the Clam Hammer. And as you arrive, you see a young lad talking to Greer. And he's got like this big bowl of chowder. And when we pick up next time, you will have this conversation with this young lad.
All right, beautiful.
All right, guys, that will do it for us here at The Story Thus Far. We had a great time playing D&D, and I don't know why this music is still playing.
Because it's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome. All right, guys, we had a good time playing. Hope you guys had a great time listening and watching, which is weird. Other than
Yes.
that, play D&D, love each other, and be awesome. Thanks.
Don't
All right.
forget, hit that subscribe button.
Yes, hit that
the
subscribe
subscribe
button. You know what?
button.
You complete me, Daedalus Heartwell. Thank you. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Please do so. Give us a share and a like. That would be awesome.
And if you have already subscribed, please hit that bell icon. You'll be notified of every video we upload. Every single one.
You heard him. All right, guys. Yeah, have a great evening. Thank you.
Yay!
Bye, guys.
You're going to be, like, in charge of that from now on. Like, you're going to be the guy.
You sound so enthusiastic.